Alright.
Here we are, dude.
Oh, all gimping around.
Another Sunday fun day, dude.
Whew. Man, I can't get a break. I cannot get a break. It's my first morning off in like weeks. Oh.
Fucking finally time to recover, dude.
Yeah, I like strained my like Achilles tendon. I don't know if it like tore a little bit or if it just got sprained or strained or whatever the fuck, but man, it got so tight.
Oh.
And then I've been like kind of, I can put my foot like forward, like straight, and it like takes a lot of pressure off of it. But when I start to like get in that like, you know, normal
walking stance, dude.
when your foot goes backwards and like it stretches out that Achilles tendon, oh my god, I can't walk like that. I have to just like kind of waddle, and then it's been happening for so many days that like now my hip is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Part,
and I'm like,
dude.
Jesus, it's just throwing everything out of
whack.
whack.
Your body just starts compensating for hurt parts, and then you just start getting more fucking hurt somehow. It's like just fucking funky, dude.
Yeah, so it's just it's been interesting, I tell you, just going around that whole little injury here and there, and then it's like domino effect through my whole body. It's like,
oh fuck yeah.
And then everything's been going wrong. Dude, Friday was like, it was such a fucking disaster, man. It really was. Like, I was at work for like I went in early. I went in like at 4:40 to go switch some waters around that I had going. And so I switched the waters and everything was okay. And it was all dark. I couldn't really see anything, so I didn't know like the trap that was like setting up. Like if I only knew, dude, if the sun was only out in time, I would have saw maybe.
Oh god.
But it was just a fucking
scared to hear this.
Dude, it was a fucking disaster. So I'm just gonna talk about my Friday, dude.
Let's hear it, dude.
So I came, and then I'm leaving. I was supposed to get. I bailed up. Oh man, when the fuck did I bail? I did some round bails. It was straight PUBG, feels to get good, dude. I was just making jokes about it. Like, I was just sitting there. I was like, is someone behind that one? I was like doing it at nighttime, like, and it was stupid, but
entertained you though.
So then like all week I've been working like normal days, and then going in at like 10 o'clock and staying till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Fuck, bro.
And then going home and sleeping for a little bit, then waking up again and going back to work at 6 o'clock. And like people that do this, people just don't know, dude. Someone's like at work was like, whoa, Rico just like gets to leave work early. Because I think on, what day was it? Thursday I left at like 3 or something. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to be back here later tonight anyways.
Yeah.
And of course they were like trying to talk shit or something. And then like people who know are just like, nah, dude, like he's been working at night like all week long, and then the guy feels like a dumbass for like trying to talk shit about
his friend's mouth, dog. Like, oh sure.
Ooh, we just go home early on Fridays now or something. I'm like, you don't know shit, dude.
That's why you don't talk shit.
That's why you don't talk shit, dude.
Unless you fucking know.
That's why you don't talk shit. And you never know when you're just gonna spend 6 hours like on some fucking. Okay, we'll get to that part. But so I've been working a lot all week. And then Friday, I was like, it was like a good mood. Everyone was in a good mood. This is like the truest thing. I don't remember where the fuck I heard this from, but like the idea that like if you start, like if a failure like gets you into like a little attitude, and then you get like an attitude, and then all of a sudden like everything starts failing because like essentially the idea is like failures create attitude, and attitude creates failures, like, and it
just creates negative shit that happen, man. Yeah.
Everything was going wrong, and somehow it was just, let's just keep a good. And then the person I was working with is kind of notorious for like
getting upset,
being flippy floppy on like mood swing type shit. And thankfully,
got their shit together.
We just kept our shit together because shit was going sideways, dude. Like all day Friday, it was going sideways. So I come back with we build up all these round bales so that we've been feeding out. We're getting close to the point where we're going to sell. We've never done this before, but we're going to sell direct to like slaughterhouse.
Oh, wow.
So we've been holding on to these little bastards. Usually we sell them when they weigh like 600 pounds, just like get them out of here. Like, and that's it. We get rid of all of them. But now we've been holding these things for like years until they're like
pretty big.
Well, they weigh about 1,200 pounds. And, like, we're just like finishing them off with like Bermuda and alfalfa. We have the hay cruncher going, so it's just mixing it all up. And then I bailed the Sudan, and the idea was like, oh, we'll like throw the Sudan in there for whatever reason. The fucking machine, which is a person killer, pretty much. Like, yeah, it can be used to like mix up hay, but if you fell in there, dude, it would fucking rip you to pieces. It's just like saw blades, like these huge augers. The truck is like the size of a semi. It just has these 4 huge spinning just death wheels.
Did you ever just almost get lured in, dude? You're just like...
You start looking at it, you're like leaning. No, it scares the shit out of me, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, let me turn this down a little bit. Did you see that?
No, did it spike up really loud?
Yeah. I'm just gonna try.
Sorry, guys. We had some weird audio issues, man.
Well, I did all these filters for Cody's episode, and then I was
like logged in for 3 people.
It sounded fine, but... Man, me and him were just trying to talk, and it sounded like shit. So I was like, I'm gonna take all this shit off and just put it back the way we used to have it. It'll probably sound better. But so we throw this round bale there, and all of a sudden, dude, you just hear the hay cruncher, and I'm like, oh, dude, did we fuck up? And then it just jams it up, and then we turn everything off, and then we jump in there, and I don't know how long it took us to get it unclogged. But we just fucking by hand just ripped it out. Got a chainsaw and cut. Like the core is like super tightly packed.
Is that why it got jammed down? Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Jesus Christ.
So we cut it all out. It took us like an hour and a half, and like no one even the boss doesn't know. No one knows. It's just me and Edgar, and we're just like, let's just do this shit and not get excited, you know. Let's just
get all mad. And
let's just keep a positive attitude about this shit because we're gonna need it. And little did we know, we like, dude, if we would have cracked right then, it would have been over. We would have never been able to. It would have been over. But so we got it unclogged, and then I noticed there's something off about. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, there's something weird. I don't know what happened, but I was like, whatever. It starts working, and we're like, let's just
keep it
cross
easy.
Our fingers. And I remember I was being real cocky. I was just like, I was like,
is that all you got?
I was like, you know, Fridays usually have a lot of like, Fridays are like Mondays at work.
Yeah.
It's like we're trying to get everything situated
for the next week, kind of
to where we don't have to like work full time on the weekend or whatever. And you know, usually if there's gonna be some like shenanigans, like it's gonna happen on a Friday. If you get hurt, usually it happens on a Friday, like because we're like, well, let's do the most like dangerous thing on a Friday, just in case we get fucked up. We have like time to recover. Yeah. That's like the mindset. It's like, let's do roundups on Fridays.
That's
let's
smart,
do this on Fridays. Yeah, so we're going, and I remember just feeling kind of cocky because I was like, this is all you got? Like the world's like throwing monkey wrenches at us. Like I was like, I ain't no bitch ass. Like I was like, you can't break me, dude. I was talking so much shit just like in my head. I was just like being all fucking. You know, when you get a win, you feel kind of good about it. Like, because it's like, damn, this is an L. Like, this shit just broke.
You hit the hurdle, and then you fucking jump the hurdle, you know, and then you're like, what's
and then you think, like, oh, an hour and a half of my time, like, what's an hour and a half? Like, it's nothing. Like, bitch. Like, so we go down there, we feed, oh my God. We cut the next bale. Mm-hmm. We get a chainsaw, because we had it, and then we, like, sliced it in half and threw it in, and... Oh no, this was after, bro. Fuck that. No, I guess we threw it in, but we didn't start it up. We just threw it in.
Okay.
That's it. And then we went and did the rest of the shit the day. So we had to move some of the we took out like 90% of the bales out of the field, but we're like watering the field because like it's gonna grow back. Mm-hmm. Like we're gonna get like 3 cuttings out of it maybe. It's Sudan. It's fucking thick, weird, shitty grass. Usually grows like around duck ponds and shit.
Okay.
But we're taking and I've been watering that field. So like the day before we took bales out in the first couple spigots so that I could water them, but everything else was still there. So we're going there and we're driving down the fields with this tractor. It's a backhoe. Thank fucking God it was a backhoe, dude. If it would have been like
anything else,
210 John Deere or something, it would have been
stuck or what?
I wouldn't be so goddamn jailing right now. Yeah. I'd still be at work right now, dude. Like, and so I'm driving. We're almost done, dude. There's like 4 more bales left, and I just turned down this one, and I don't see anything, and I start driving through, and all of a sudden, the wheels just start to sink into the ground, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, I was like, maybe I can drive through it, so I like hit the gas, I'm like, oh. The fucking backhoe weighs like, I don't know how many tons it weighs,
Definitely.
but it's a full-size fucking backhoe, and that fucking thing just sinks to the frame, dude. And I'm like, just screaming, I'm like, fuck, and Edgar looks, he's like, oh shit, like what the hell? And I'm like, what the fuck? And water's just coming out of the ground. Like it's just,
that's fucking
it's like I drove into a, you know how,
swamp, dude.
Yeah, well, do you know how like you can back a trailer up with a boat into those like concrete? It's like I drove into one of those, and there's water just like,
fuck.
It's not even dirt or ground or anything.
It's just pure
It's
water.
like Jello. Like I put the bucket down, and like the ground like 20 feet to my right was like rippling, and like the whole thing was saturated in water.
Shit.
And it's in the middle of the field that we have planted, and we're irrigating. We're planning on cutting shit more. And like my dad was like, "I'm gonna be there," and like, so that was the best part of it. This is the best part. The whole day was that like. He kept telling us, he's like, I'm going to be there any minute. Like, just keep, he's like, I'll meet up with you guys in the middle. I'll just keep doing whatever you're doing. And, dude, it was such a fuck up. I'm sitting there, and I look back, and the main line is leaking into the field, like, and water has just been going through, it's going into a gopher hole. Going through the like gopher and squirrel like
just habitat, bro.
Mazes under the ground.
Oh, no.
Just it was such a fuck up.
Holy shit.
It was such a fuck up. I was like, we need to turn the water off. Like so, I went to go turn the water off, and I'm like, dude. I usually with the backhoe you can like do some fuckery with like the front bucket and the back bucket and like do some stuff. Yeah. But the front bucket was no good, dude. I put the front bucket down, and the ground would just like
eat it.
Yeah, no, it would it disappeared.
Oh my god,
completely disappeared,
bro.
And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do, dude? I was like, what am I gonna do? And then I looked to my left, like to my right, it was just fucking water world, dude. And then to my left, it was like hard ground. So I was like, fuck this. I turned the thing around. I get the bucket and I pick my back wheels out, and I start doing like a 90-degree turn.
Damn.
And like because the bucket's sinking in the dirt, like it didn't want to do it anymore. And I was like, fuck. But I somehow managed to like turn to where my back wheels were close to hard ground. Like it wasn't straight soup anymore.
Definitely.
And then I put it all the way out, and I reached it as far as I could go. And the worst part is there's sprinkler shit all around me, so I'm having to dodge. Yeah, dude, I was like having to dodge everything. I reach as far as I can go, and I'm like, all right, Edgar, like, put it in reverse, put it in 4-wheel drive, put it like in a low gear, and you drive it like standing while I like pull us from the back with like the arm. And then dude, it was so sketchy. I kept trying to do it, and I was just tearing the ground up, and I could just see like you know like someone came and just like, what are they doing? And then they glassed us, and then they just left like get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Oh, they need help. Let's get the fuck
They're like,
out of here.
I don't want to deal with this fucking mess, and it was such a shit show, bro.
Oh man!
And finally, I just put the bucket straight into the ground. I'm just like, hit the fucking gas, and it's like giving it more power, and I'm just like pulling us out, and then the wheels start to catch
traction.
And then he's like, oh shit, like we get out, and then we're just driving towards the sprinklers, like, and I'm like, hit the fucking brake, and like it was such we're like back close.
Hey,
I'm just
that's my move.
running over everything and like breaking more shit, and I was like, thank God. And then we got out, dude. And
that's so like, good.
Well, the ground was just, it looked like a fucking bomb hit it. Like it was just, and then I just sat there and like, it was actually kind of funny. I like went in the middle with the bucket and like, from the side that was dry, and I just like patted it, and like everything started like leveling out. Yeah, it was like
pure jello, dude.
It was like, and the whole ground was just like earthquaking, and like it eventually just like settled down.
That's
and like
so badass.
You could just barely see a little bit of like tracks.
Oh my god!
If someone's just like, damn, just like start walking around, they just like sink into the ground.
Dude,
like
that'd be insane, actually.
Be so fucked.
That'd be cool.
Dude,
actually,
fuck them up so
yeah, it'd be like quicksand, bro.
And so then we did that one, and we were, dude, at this point we're like rock hard with emotion. You know what I mean? Like,
oh
it's
fuck
fucking,
yeah, dude. Was it another? Is that all you got moment? Where you like?
Yeah, I was like, is that it? Like,
yeah.
it's like fucking bitches, like
yeah. Rico 2 God 0. You're like,
This is why you shouldn't be confident, dude. And then we go, right? And then we go back to the bunkhouse and we're like, all right, we're going to have to feed no, it was the second time. So we fed in the afternoon and everything went okay. And then we threw another bale in for the morning. So we feed twice a day with this hay crunch thing. We threw another bale in for the morning and it just goes to shit, dude. It goes to shit. The thing gets stuck. Again? And not only did it get clogged, but it got clogged like if the first one was like a 1, this would have been like an 11.
Holy shit.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it before. And I remember both of us were just like, we're never doing round bales on the weekend again. Like, because now, so by this point, I've already been there for fucking like, it was already, it got stuck at like 3:40. And me and him were just ripping our way for an hour and a half inside the hay cruncher just to get to the front where it jammed. And then it was like I don't know, the width of this table just rock solid. I mean, rock solid. Like we were like,
cut it or anything.
I was like, what are we going to do? And then I was like, let's just drive back. I was like, load because there's the alfalfa's down here. I was like, we'll put the bales of alfalfa we're supposed to put in the back of the truck. We'll leave it at the bunkhouse. I was like, let's just go to the bunkhouse and deal with this there. I don't want to deal with it here. No, we don't have as much like
tools or resources,
whatever. Exactly. So then we go and we sit there and man, we fuck with it till about, I don't know, 5:45. So it already spent 2 hours fucking with it, right? And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go get Choco because she needs to go for a walk. And he's like, all right. I was like, I'll get this going, dude. Don't worry. I was like, I got this shit. We've been here long enough. Like, it's Friday, go home, blah, blah, this shit. And I think he felt bad because he knew I'd been there since even before that. And fucking, I've been doing night shifts and shit. And we kept a good attitude the whole time. Like, somehow, miraculously. Like, he bought a bunch of old rock stars. Like, not these new shitty ones. Like, the old ones. He found a place and he bought like 6 of them. We just like shared one. And it was just like...
Put your heart in a pump you've never felt
like,
in a while,
dude. We got this. Like, we got this. Like... And it was crazy because, like, you know, that shit can demoralize you,
Fuck
man.
yeah,
like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, we felt pretty goddamn
I hung
stupid.
up my fucking Spurs that day, dog.
We felt pretty
like,
goddamn
God
stupid that
damn
we
it.
managed to do it again the same day, dude. I was like, fuck. But, I mean, I got Choco, I went back, and I worked on it for like another hour and a half. So, at this point, it's like 7:30 at night. The sun's not even down yet.
No.
And then I'm like, you know what? I'll come back in the morning. I text Edgar. I'm like, dude, I tried working on it. Like, I couldn't get it, but you know, in the morning, like, we'll go tackle it again if you want to help me. He's like, yeah, sure. So he shows up at 5:30, being like, I'll get this shit undone. Like, he still had that good attitude. He's still living off the high of the rock star, and then. He's there I get there about 6:30, and then he's like, dude, I've been working on it for an hour, and it's just it's so tightly packed. I don't understand what happened. It was
That's
like
so crazy.
It was like someone did like some magic spell, like
solidified
just turned it to concrete.
Yeah,
you got a saw, and you were sawing through it with a chainsaw, and it would be like you were cutting through the hardest wood, like fucking
That's
iron
so crazy,
wood.
dude.
It was insane, and sparks would be coming out and shit. I'm not even joking, like sparks. Every once in a while, a spark would come out. I'm like, what is happening? And then we get like a rebar. The rebar is the game changer. That's whenever we like.
You can like stick it in.
You can just like you can pry it and do that shit, and then we do another 2 more hours. Altogether, it took us 6 hours. And the best part about it is no one even knew. Like, there was no one singing our praises or like, man, you guys spent 6 hours overtime where you're not even gonna get paid for this shit just to do this. Like, no one even cares. Like, no one knows. No one cares. No. Good job. No, nothing, dude. It was just, we have to get this done, dude. No, if anything, like, this is technically my job. Like, I got a lot of help from Edgar, and he saved the day, dude. Saved the day. Plus, he had a bunch of OG rock stars that taste better than the new ones, and it was just like perfect
time, dude.
But that, dude, it felt so good when we got it done, and I was like, I'm not putting fucking another round bale in here.
Hell no.
Maybe on Monday we can like chop one up like fucking a cake, and then just like
that's what I was gonna say.
mix it
do
up.
like bread slices and then
Just
like fucking,
mix it up and then put it in. Like instead of just like we cut it in half, throw it in. No.
Sometimes it's just you don't think like that.
I don't know. Either way,
happens,
we used to throw oat round bales in there, and it would break it up every once in a while. Oh no, I forgot one part. So whenever we got it unbroken, we tried to turn it on, and it wouldn't even work. And it broke a piece of the PTO at the bottom, and then we like Jimmy rigged it. Fucking jankied it out with like a random bolt, dude.
That's so good, dude.
We just like stole the bolt off like a truck that like used it to like regulate like the brakes. We're like, fuck this shit.
Put it off.
So sketchy, bro. It was so sketchy, and then it started working, and I was like, dude, it was the best feeling ever, dude. It was like, and then it was like a 2-day like fuck you to the world.
Dude,
I was like, you
God.
can't stop me, dude. I was like, I'm coming. Hide your kids, hide your wives, like
hide your husbands, dude. Dude, that's so good though.
It was wild, man. That's why I'm all fucking limpy now. I can't even fucking walk, dude. But I did it.
You know, that's some of the best shit. Like when I was first learning how to drive a forklift, I had to go get these like pallets down by my boss's offices, and I didn't realize that the fucking, I don't know what it is. When you bring the forks up, the top of the chains get taller with the forks as well. And I didn't anticipate that. And I went under this like hanging, and I went to get the pallet, and the fucking tops of the chains start lifting and just push the wall up a little bit, dude. And like drywall falls all over the ground and shit. I like almost destroyed the whole roof, like practically. And I'm like freaking out because my boss's office is right there. So I like drive the forklift back to the fucking forklift area, dock it, plug it in and shit, run all the way over there with a fucking broom and shit, sweep up all the wall and roof that I ripped off, and like no one came out, no one heard anything, no one saw anything. I went back to the forklift, like blew it off because I had all this drywall on the top of it and shit. Like nobody knew, dude, and I was freaking the fuck out. Like I did it in front of everybody. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like,
they're just oblivious.
Yeah, they were just
that's
like,
the thing,
good job, Brendan. They're like,
no one knows,
I was
dude.
like,
No one knows.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy.
All you gotta do is just try not to talk shit. And
just smile,
get egg on your
yeah.
fucking face, because you never know. Like, oh, look at this guy's leaving 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
It's like, what a fucking bitch.
Little, you know, you're like fixing drywall and shit, like doing shit you've never done before. Like, you just gotta make it happen sometimes.
I remember the best compliment my dad ever gave me in my entire life, dude. Like the best compliment. Like he's not like the most, you know.
Never hugged you or anything. Dude.
No, but
I'm just kidding.
you know, like he's not like, if I do something that he expects me to do, it's not like he doesn't say good job. It's like, no, like that's expected of you or whatever.
Yeah.
And even then, like I think I've gotten like 4 good jobs my whole life, dude. Even though I've only like done like pretty good jobs. Like I've fucked a couple things up, and I get the like, you fucking jack off, and I'm like, whatever, man. But one time I was bailing. We used to bail up in the mountain. Like it was such a fucking disaster, dude. It was the stupidest. We had like one well that had like good, decent water pressure. So we're like, let's just
do it over there.
Grow alfalfa up here. And I was like, everyone thought it was a cool idea, but they didn't have to drive. It was an hour and a half away on a dirt road.
Holy shit.
An hour and a half on a dirt road. If I had to take an implement up there on a tractor, it would take like 5.5 hours. Like just one way.
That's bullshit, dude.
It was.
That's bullshit, dude.
You know, you can't drive fast. You
No.
can't hit like the. It's a Jeep road. Like it's fucking sketchy as shit. And even to get to the gates with like a big piece of equipment, you have to like jackknife it around and like
Shimmy
you know
it
like.
through,
You know,
it's not
like,
ideal
it's a
situation,
fucked up
bro.
thing. It'd take me forever, and then it was stupid. But I had to. And one day, randomly, my dad was just like, you know, I'm just gonna go up there and like see what Rico's up to, like, cause I was like, I'm gonna go there early and start bailing and working on it. He's like, okay. He shows up, and I'm underneath the baler, and he's like, what's going on? I was like, the fucking belt fell off, like this shit. I'm out of shear pins. And Bobby's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I'm gonna fucking take that thing apart over there. He's like, what? I was like, whatever the fuck that is, you know, I'm just gonna like steal bolts off it so I can like get the thing. And he's just like, what? And like you could see, like he was like, dude, like when shit goes wrong out here and you're by yourself, like no one's here to help you. Like this is a fuck. He like you could see it like in his eyes, like he was like
he was feeling the panic.
He was like, fuck, dude, like this is crazy ass bullshit.
Like you're just under the truck doing shit. He's like, How are you so positive?
He's like, do you need tools? Dude? I was like, I got a knife. No, in the fucking baler, I always keep a pair of vice grips and like a pair of like those like 2-way, you know, like those pliers that like, what are they called? It's like there's one setting and you can open it up and it just goes into one more setting. This is the most generic, random, shitty tool on the planet, but I keep that, a screwdriver, a little kind of WD-40, and like I've managed to like fix any problem on the fly with those 3 fucking tools, dude. And he was just like, what the fuck? And then I remember he's like, dude, he's like, what did he say? He was like, he's like, every time I send you off to go do something, like, you reliably get it done, and I kind of like, I don't see all the shit that goes into it, but like, it's crazy how much I can like count on you to like get something done whenever I ask you to do it. Like, he's like, cause like, you know, you see the fuck up and the shit show. And
it's different man will get.
And he's like, well, no, not even that. That's not even what I'm saying. It's just like, there's been so many fucking just shitty things gone wrong in, like, and I'm just out there with my fucking limited set of tools. I didn't bring my toolbox, and I'm fucking blah blah. I'm like, most of the time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out how to fucking get this shit. I've like had so many weird little battles like that where it's like, fuck, dude. Of course, the shear pin breaks, and then I'm out of shear pins. Like, what do you do then? It's like, well, what is a shear pin? It's the fucking bolt. Like, how far away? I remember, dude, one time I got stuck in a puddle in the water truck, like a little baby puddle. I missed a shift and got stuck in a puddle, and I was stuck there. And like my phone, it was like a dead zone, the cellular dead zone. I had to walk 2 miles to find a shovel to like make a drainage for this puddle to like leave, and I had to like dig like deep in a trench pretty much just to get the water to leave, and then I had to wait for it to dry for like 3 hours while I like got like brushes and like packed around the tire and like threw sand to like dry it all out, and then I sat there like rocking it back and forth like going boom 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 until I drove out, and like, you know, or getting one of the biggest fuck ups we ever did was, this is when we all used to stay out late, bro, like Wednesday night Vincent's. I'd stay there till like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, dude.
And like then go to work the next day. It would just be so fucked up. And like, it was me, Edgar, and Riley, and we drove down into Chimney, which is super far back there, with a truck and trailer. And when we dropped down, it had just rained like a while ago, and we started slipping, and we were just like, oh fuck, like, when we come out of here, we have to be like on point.
Gun it, right?
Well, it has a slant to the road, so it's like you have to stay all the way to the left. You can't slow down. You just gotta fucking gun it, and we'll make it out. Well, Riley slept the whole way down there. Mm-hmm. He was just in the back seat sleeping, and we were just fucking talking shit, dude. We were just like, look at this sleepy baby. We're like throwing fucking Cheetos at him. We're like, oh, we're like laughing and shit, like, and then whenever we were leaving, we were like, hey man, you're gonna drive, we're gonna like sleep, and like, so we're like posted up like sleeping, because no, it's an hour and a half one way, back. Like, so we're like, fuck it, it's time to take a nap. And then as soon as we start driving up the hill, we're like, why am I like thinking we should like remember something? And then we're like, oh no, Riley, he's like driving on the wrong side of the road, and we're like, we gotta stay on the left, like up high. And he just goes straight into the gutter and just speels it, and we're like, stay to the left. He's like, what? And he just gets, dude, we had to, this was such a fuck up. We had to take all the horses out of the trailer, tie them up to a tree. We had to like, we just backed the trailer up and like jacked, like, because you couldn't turn the wheel. Mm-hmm. So when we started to like backing it up through the mud in the gutter, the trailer started like peeling off to the side. No. And then we're like, okay, we like disconnected the trailer, and then we like drove out. I can't remember even how we dealt with this shit. We like left the horses up there. We just like unsaddled them, and like, it was fucked up, right? It was like, bad, but we're like, you know what?
Back to the land, boys.
Let's go home and sleep. Like, you know, it was such a fuck up, dude. And then like people were like, man, what happened to the road? We're like, some fucking dumbass got stuck. Like, took like no blame for it. It's like, fuck you guys. Like,
oh my gosh, dude.
No, that was a fuck up. But I just remember because it was like, I was like, man, we gotta be careful when we come out of here. And then whenever we were done doing what we're doing, we're like, hey bitch, you're driving. And we just like slept. And then like, we're like, I'm supposed to be remembering something, and it's like, oh no, and then we were already stuck, dude.
Dude, that is so fucking crazy.
And then me and Egg were just looking at each other like, we fucked this up so bad. We should have been like, all right, man, when we dropped down here, it was wet as fuck. Like, you got to stay up on the high side of the road and just gun it. Have it in the right gear. Keep it fucking.
That's the problem, though. Sometimes you're working, it just goes out your mind, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
it was so stupid, dude. And then we were stuck there for like 3 hours trying to get the train. We were just digging out, just.
That's so good, dude.
It was shit, no, these things are terrible. These are terrible experiences.
Those are character making fucking things, dude. They'll like make you a better person
like
in the long run, dude.
Rage. Like if there had been some like little kid there, we would have like beat him to death and like stuffed him under the tire to like try to get traction. It's just like no, dude, it was bad. But like I guess it's kind of funny whenever it happens like that because we were just like, why did we fucking forget, dude? Like why couldn't we remember? Like God damn it.
No, that shit's fucking whack, dude.
Just wasting hours of your life on a mistake, dude.
It's mine isn't as bad, but at work the ovens I use to cook these guitars constantly fuck up, and like an hour and a half to 2 hour job turns into like 3 or 4 hours just because of like one fuck up, dude.
Like how so?
Like when the guitars sit in there, there's a little rod that comes down that you hang it on, and the lights just go up and down. And then the rod spins the guitar around. So there's all these loose wires and shit. So sometimes they'll hook the horn of the guitar and you'll just hear it fucking and you're just like, oh, like turn the machine off real quick and fucking...
Does it dent the guitar?
It fucks the guitar up. Sometimes it'll burn them because it's staying in one position too long. Yeah, those UV lights are fucking crazy. So I have to like turn the machine off, re-warm it up for 5 minutes, then turn the lamps on and let those warm up for another 5 minutes. It's just like a 10-minute wait again. And it like happened on Friday like 4 different times, dude. And I was just so pissed, bro. Like, cause you're just like, I need to do this before I go to lunch. This should only take this long. And then it like took like 2 more hours than it should have. And I was just like, fuck. The PMA was not in my head, dude. Positive mental attitude. I was like just screaming and like cussing. I was like,
dude, it's crazy. If you can keep a good attitude, like
it just
makes
so much
easier to get out of a fucked up situation. It's hard though, because you want to go. You want to lose your shit.
You want to fucking be justified.
And once you get frustrated, and then you throw your hands up in the air and it's over. At that point, it's like, you're not getting out of this, bitch.
No.
Like, you're fucked. But if you can just, like, chip, dude, like, just little inch by inch, just fucking rebarring, fucking, eventually, it'll just cave, dude. Definitely. Your pressure is too much for this fucking immovable object, dude. Fuck that.
Because in the back, the guys can't run the forklift I do. They have a different one. Like mine's called a reach. It just reaches into bays and then reaches back out. Okay. They just have the ones that go like this and then you just drive it on and then put it on. So sometimes the double bays, there's one in the back they can't reach. They don't want to drive my forklift, so they just have me do it. So it kind of sucks because it's like
So they can't drive in there?
No. They're like, can you get the reach and like reach in there and grab my thing? And it pisses me off because it's like I'm helping so many people in their job. And when I'm helping them, no one's helping me. So all my work is getting like forgotten about or like and I'll show you this bruise on my fucking side, dude. I'm going to put one of these forklifts or grab the pallet. I'm going to put it down. It was a tight area, so I had to get out and move another pallet.
I got whacked on the back of my arm.
Yeah, you got a bruise right there.
Yeah.
Well, there was a corner of a table, a fucking solid wood table that it's been there ever since I've been working there, but I just like forgot for a split second. I'm moving this pallet, and I literally just hit my side on the corner of this table.
Ooh.
Like I thought I was pissing blood, bro. Like it hit that hard. I like hit the ground. I was like, motherfucker. Like I was like freaking out, and that's why I lost it. Yeah, just the pain plus the frustration, dude. I was like,
oh yeah,
dude. I went and took a piss. There was no blood.
That's the worst, dude. When shit falls apart to the point where like you lose it, and once you lose it, it's over, man.
You just lost. Yeah,
it's over.
You hit something.
It's over. It doesn't always end up so perfect.
No,
just,
it does not.
I don't know why, man. We were in a good mood that day. And then, and the leaks. I had to fix those leaks, too. So I went to...
the water?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I fixed the one that was big, and then I was looking around afterwards, and I saw another one, and this was a fuck up. I use these, like, little self-tapping screws to, like, plug up little holes.
Gotcha.
It's like a roofing screw that, like, can... you're supposed
It's
to
like
like
a plastic insert or something.
no, it's got like a rubber thing.
Okay.
It's like a rubber washer, and then it's like a self-tapping screw for like a roof, so like it doesn't leak through. So like you're supposed to be able to screw it through metal. So like I'll screw it into the metal pipe to plug it up, and it was a really close fit. Like it was almost the right size, and I'm screwing it underneath it. I can't see. I'm screwing it, and like it's like getting tight. And I'm like, okay, I get a little wrench, and I just tweak it a little bit. It stops, and I'm like, maybe I should just.
A little more.
Tweak it a little more, and I go and it just strips it out and like shoots the screw, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, oh, damn, it was such a fucking bust, bro. Then I was like, how am I gonna get this fixed, bro? I didn't have any more. I was like, in my toolbox, I had 2 weird random like radiator hose clamps, and I was like measuring them out, and I put one, so one was like this big and one was like that big, and I like put the one tip to make it like one big one, and then I just like put it around the pipe, and I screwed it down to where it was like almost tight, and I just put the screw back up in there and then slipped it over the top of the screw and then I tightened it up and it worked.
That's so good.
I was just like, fuck you, fucking hole. I was like, you can't stop me, motherfucker. Like you're like,
do you know who the fuck I am?
You think I'm gonna go back to town to buy another fucking thing to fix you? I was like, bitch, fix
oh, that would be a mission right there.
No, it was so stupid though. I was like, why did I tighten it up more? I was like, fuck,
dude.
You don't know it's gonna do that.
You don't.
Never know.
You know, sometimes you go to Montiel to throw a boomerang, and then you gotta fucking like
jump up into the stick.
Yeah, make like a poop bag, fucking that. Like fucking.
You were telling me this.
So we fucking went to Montiel, and I fucked up. I should have stood more in the middle of the field, but I kind of stood off to the houses, and it was good because where I was standing, I was at the tallest point. So when I threw it, bro, it just flew so good and caught the wind, and I was freaking out. I thought I was gonna catch it. I was like, like there's a backyard right there, and I see it flying, and there's a tree in the backyard, and it's going right around the tree, and I'm like, it's gonna go over the fence, dude, and it just dropped right in front of the fence, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, I see a beware dog sign on the fence.
The classic.
And the last time I went there with Richard and we played disc golf, I jumped a fence with a beware of dog sign, and there was a dog in the fucking. It was in the backyard, but there was a fence making like a little back way where he couldn't get in, I thought. But there was a hole all the way on the other side I didn't see. So I told Richard, I'm like, if this dog, just watch the dog, dude. I jump in that backyard, that dog's on me instantly, dude.
Was it biting
It was
you?
like a big ass mastiff too. It didn't bite me. It kind of just stood and like did that thing where like, you know, it was like about to pounce on you. And I'm like on the corner of the fence, and I was like, I gotta jump up on this fence. And that can cause this dog to jump on me, dude. You know, and attack
drag
me.
you down, dude. Just trigger.
So I just do it real quick, and he does it, dude. He jumps on me and shit, and I just knee him off me and get up over the fence, and I'm like, what the fuck, Richard? I thought I told you to watch that dog, dude. I was like,
did you get the disc?
Got the disc, dude. Got the disc, but after that, I was like, I'm never jumping the fence there again, dude. So I see the fucking thing, and dude, I have like T-Rex arms and shit.
Was it the same house?
It could have been. It could have been.
Was it the same dog, dude?
I didn't see the dog in the yard.
Okay.
It was 7 a.m, so not like I could knock on their door and be like, hey, can I get my fucking thing back? So I'm like, Megan finds this stick. I think it's big enough. I'm like, fuck yeah, good job, babe. I get the stick. I got like my little T-Rex arm. I'm like, I can't reach it and shit. I'm like, god damn it. So I find another stick, and we have all these poop bags. So I just tied that stick to the other stick with the poop bag, and then made like a poop bag ring around the second stick, and just grabbed this fucking boomerang, threw it kind of towards the fence, then used the tip of the fucking stick, got like, you know how the boomerang's like this? I got like the underside of the nose of it, and just threw it over the fence. And I was like, I was like freaking out.
It's so light.
It was so light, but I was there for maybe like 45 minutes. It was so funny.
I'm just fucking with it.
Just tying different things and like being all frustrated and shit.
That's a cool feeling though when you get something back like
man,
that.
I didn't think I was gonna get it back. I honestly didn't. I was like, nah, let's just leave it. And it wasn't like it was expensive. It's just like, it's the principle of it, dude. It's like, dude, I just bought this. It was its first flight. I'm not leaving it behind, dude. Like, I was like, I have to throw it again, dude. Like,
you couldn't betray it, dude.
I couldn't betray it, dude. Like,
you had to get it
no
back.
fallen soldiers, dude. Yeah, you're all coming home, dude. Like, fucking make sure you're all home with me, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was fucking shitty, but yeah, that was a good feeling to get it back, dude.
Yeah, I remember one time I was like watching when my grandpa was still alive. He was like had his truck, and there was something in like the front of the bed that he was trying to get, and he's like, I was like, you want me to jump in and grab it? And he just like gets like a little shovel from the side and like reaches up and like hooks it and like pulls it towards him. I was like, this motherfucker's pretty smart, dude. I was like, I was like, okay, like, why jump in there when you can just like reach it with something? You know what I mean? Like, it's like sometimes you don't always think about that, but if you can have like a think outside the box type thing, or if you have multiple people, you can come up with some really crazy ideas. Sometimes you get stuck on like one. This is how I'm gonna figure this out, but
someone has another idea or something.
Do you remember one time we were building it was whenever I was building a marble gun out of like PVC.
That's fucking sick, dude.
And me and Will were fucking with it at Vincent's house in his backyard, and I was like, how long should like the chamber be that we like filled with the Aquanet or whatever? And I like made a test size one, and I like kind of I didn't realize it was going to be such a bitch, but I put it in there, and then I was like, oh, it's too small. But then when I tried to pull the piece of PVC out,
it was too tight.
It was just stuck. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it was fucking stuck.
Damn.
Bro. And I was like, here, try to get it out. And like, dude, it was fucking insane. We could not get it. I was like, God damn it. I was like, I don't want to go back to Home Depot and buy another piece. And me and Will are just sitting there. This is Will Brown, by the way. Cool Will. And we're just looking at it for like 25 minutes, dude. And I'm like, I got it, dude. He's like, what is it? I was like, check this out. There was only like this much sticking out of the like, it was like a reducer. So the way that I built it, it was like a 1-inch PVC into like a 1-inch to like a 3-inch. And then a 3-inch chamber like this with the cap, and then it had like a screw on. So like you could unscrew it, spray in some shit, screw it back. I had a barbecue igniter, and you go,
okay.
And it would shoot a marble. I mean, it was fucking dangerous. You kill someone with this
fuck
thing.
Yeah, dude.
You could just straight
take someone's eye
dude,
out,
you could
bro.
fucking probably cave their fucking skull in if you wanted to. It was brutal. I shot a metal sign from the Vincent's backyard over to where Matt Bostwick lives. There was a pedestrian walking sign. I shot it all the way across a 4-lane fucking road with a medium center divider and the C plant and a sidewalk with grass, and it hit it and dented the sign from over there. And I was like, dude, this thing's fucking this thing's dangerous as fuck. And like we got it stuck, and I was like, so I sawed it like not down the middle, like if I was pointing it downward, it was stuck in there like this. I sawed it like a little bit off center, and then I sawed it a little off center, and then I went like this, and I went like that, and it made like a channel. And then I got like a piece of metal, right? And I was like, hold this thing, and I twisted it like with crazy amount of leverage, because with your hand you can't do it. But like carving in that weird little notch on each side,
you could fit something in.
Once it twisted, it got loose enough to where we could like twist it and pull back, and like it came out. And dude, I remember we felt pretty cool about that shit. Dude, we were like, me and Will were like, come on, dog. That was pretty good. He was like, I didn't think we were going to get it. I was like, I ain't going back to Home Depot, dude. I was like, I ain't going back, dude. They can't make me go back. I was,
is that all you got?
Yeah, just like, get my ass shit. Throw more shit out. Sometimes you just got to take the L, dude.
No, yeah, that's the truth. That's the fucking truth, dude.
But if it's avoidable, man,
if it's possible, I'm gonna try my hardest. You know what I mean?
I don't know why, because that's a good feeling, dude.
It is.
It's like the best feeling.
Perseverance,
favorite
dude.
feeling. Dude.
You know what I mean?
I didn't quit, dude.
The best part is
or I didn't get frustrated. I didn't lose my cool.
Definitely.
Whenever like when we were in that hate country hour 5.5, dude, I was like, you know, we should have already been, but we were just keeping the good attitude, dude. We're like, we got this, we can do it.
That's
you know?
the way to do it, dude.
We can do it. We got it. Like one more. And we were for like an hour and a half. We're just like one more hit, one more hit, and like we're just sweating, fucking. And this fucking rebar that we use isn't even a real rebar. It was like a weird metal. It's like that fat, and it weighs like
God.
It weighs like 75 pounds or some shit. You can barely pick it up. It was made by this like crazy person. It's not even a real rebar, like to dig holes with. Like it was made by the welder that used to work there, and it was like his like cheater bar thing that he made, and like. We dig holes with it sometimes, but really, it's not really like a. They don't make them that heavy because it's like too heavy to.
You gas yourself out.
Yeah, you gas yourself out.
Fuck.
But and then the best, I slit my finger open on
God, bro.
where the chainsaw hit the metal, like because you couldn't even see where the metal augers were anymore. It was just completely
sharpen it even.
So I'd be like using the chainsaw and I'd hit the metal. I mean that's where the sparks started from, but like you know what I mean. I was like, we're hitting sparks, bro. And then whenever we got it so broken up, I was like putting my hand through there and I hit the metal where like it cut it and it made like a little
blade.
flip up metal like. You know, like a
soda can, fucking
and I like put my hand through it, and I cut myself, and it was bleeding. And then poor Edgar, man, we were like when he was prying it, he kept going like this, and he kept hitting his finger on the one of the augers over here because it was so tight in there. And then it popped like it pinched it so bad that it was like blood blisters, and they popped, and there was just the bar was just like covered in blood, and like we were just like pounding it, taking turns, like bleeding all over the place, dude. It was it was a nightmare, dude.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare, bro.
And the best part is, no one even knew, dude. We'll probably get made fun of for like fucking sitting down for 5 minutes on Monday. Yeah, like, look at these pussy fucking like, you guys don't even know, dude.
What are you on your fucking period, dude? You're like, fuck, man. It's the best though, dude.
Yeah, man. That's why you don't talk shit, dude.
Well, you know what? I went down a weird lane on YouTube, and it was like it's something called like I Was Born Different. And this one guy had no muscles in his arms.
Oh my god.
His bones were fused. His arms were literally like stuck like this. And like he's pretty much saying like failure is the best teacher. Like in not knowing how to do something, I learned how to do something. And I remember hearing that being like, fuck bro, like that's so real. Like sometimes you get so mad when bad things happen or like things don't go the way you want them to go. But sometimes you need that. Sometimes that teaches you, you know? And this guy was putting on t-shirts and put his hat on, bro. He was like, he literally just like put his head in the hat and mushed it on the bed and like came up and he's like, boom. I was like, dude, this guy's a badass, bro. Like, you know, drove a car, fucking cooked with his feet and shit. I watched gamers that gamed with their fucking mouth. And it was like Brawly Legs, but it was worse than Brawly Legs. Bro.
What?
This guy had straws.
Fuck.
That if he blew into them, they did something, and if he sucked into them, they do something else. And then he had a little fucking thing he'd move on his chin, like an analog pad. So he just like suck and blow, we're gonna hit that thing, and like he was fucking doing work, bro. He went on a 10 kill streak on fucking Call of Duty and shit. I was like, holy shit, man! It was fucking incredible, actually. It was
He got
really cool.
He got the airstrike to come in, dude.
He's like. Like just fucking, it was crazy, dude. And this is the coolest thing, because we were talking, I think when Cuddy was here, about like growing up to a certain age and people thinking you can't do something anymore. This kid straight up was like, gaming saved my life. Like if it wasn't for gaming, I would have had no reason to like, I would have had no fun. I would have had no learning something new, taking time to like, and he streamed and started a whole community.
Could he talk right?
Yeah.
I bet you he was in those fucking
ASMRs.
No, dude. That's not.
I'm just kidding.
He's in the Call of Duty lobbies, just like talking the most shit out of everybody, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even got arms over here.
He's like, what's up, you fucking busses? He's like,
I just beat you guys and I'm blowing through
he
straws.
beat two of his friends, dude. They did a 2v1 and he just like fucked him up, dude. It was just like, he probably so good at beatboxing if he like tried and shit. He just like all fucking crazy.
That's
and shit.
so cool, man.
Dude, it was really fucking badass. And I just really thought, like, my brother always says it. He's like, sometimes you think your life is bad, and then you see someone who has a really bad life, and they're so positive about it, and you're like, what do I have to be fucking negative about?
Oh, all the time. I mean,
you know.
You know what? There was some weird shit. I mean, I feel like I can't help it. I'm telling the story and I can't help but feel like, oh, I'm so cool. I got to like do all the shit. But it's like, it was just that was my fucking week, dude. And I'm just telling it like it was.
How it was,
like, but the other day, this shit was so funny. My dad's girlfriend, did I talk about this shit?
Oh, yeah.
But how she was sitting there and she was talking about how, like, she's like, when I was a little kid, my dad wanted a boy, so I was like a tomboy, and I had to do everything on the farm and blah. She said all this shit. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, this is cool. And then and then she just goes off on this like 20-minute long rant about how she's like Jesus incarnate, like all this shit. I'm like,
you're the Antichrist, right? Well, I'm the Re-Christ.
I was like, okay. And then she's like, yeah, what all this shit? And she's like, the other day I got bucked off a horse and I broke 3 discs in my back, and I was like, fuse them all at the same time. And the doctor's like, we can't do that. She's like, do it. And then they're like, you're gonna be off your feet for like a year, and like in 3 weeks I walked back into that hospital room and the doctor shot himself in the head, and like he couldn't believe it. He like jumped out the window like halfway through our meeting, and I was just like, yeah, bitch. Like I was just sitting there like, what are you talking about? She's like, I've never seen someone recover this bad. And then she's like, and then a little bit later, like she's like, a month later, like I got bucked off again, or I fell off the horse and I hurt my back, and I was like, is that all? Like, I didn't even take painkillers, like all this shit. I'm just like, no, like, you got lucky. Yeah. Like, you got lucky that you didn't hurt yourself that bad when you fell the second time. Like, you could have fell off the second. Like, she's like, they told me never to ride horses again, and I got back on again. I got bucked off, and it just barely hurt. Like, and I'm just like, don't you see? Like,
you got lucky.
That's not you being a badass. That's you being lucky as fuck. Yeah. Like, you
yeah.
I was like, what do you... It's like usually young people say stupid shit like this. Like I'm doing it now. Not like some old wise person.
That's like lived a life and...
Look, when I'm fucking 55 or whatever, I'm going to be like, everything that ever came my way that went my way was luck. Like, it was all luck. Like,
fuck yeah.
I thought it was me, but really, it was all luck.
It's all luck, or it's all being unlucky. Like, I watched another story where a kid did one gainer at 17 years old.
Like flip off a pool or something?
It landed on his neck weird.
Oh.
And it slanted, his neck dislocated to the side, and when it popped back in, his spinal cord got hit. And it fucking paralyzed him, dude.
Yeah. That's the thing. It was this, I mean, it was gross. Like,
she got lucky, bro.
It was weird. It was weird how much, I guess the reason why it was weird is because in my mind, like, you didn't do anything to get lucky in that situation. Like, you weren't like, oh, my back was so strong that it just didn't break. It's like, no, like, it could have.
Yeah, you just fell right.
Like, you just happened to not get that hurt the second time around. Like, I wouldn't take so much credit for that.
No.
I was like, did you by hand, like, dig out a fucking, like, hay cruncher, like, in a 6-hour span? Like, no, you just didn't get that hurt.
Like, PVC pipe and, like, attach it to her spine and, like, fucking make the bionic spine. And,
no,
like,
but it was a very odd, and everyone was sitting there. We were eating lunch when, like, she came to help us count. You know, that's the other thing. It's like, no, we're processing the cattle. We're all like doing this backbreaking shit. She's sitting there with a fucking notepad, like not doing like, you know, like Roman numerals. And I'm like, really, like you're
drawing pictures of what Rico looks like.
You're out here like fucking killing yourself with a fucking pencil and paper in her hand. Dude, I was like, you want to switch?
I can get a paper cut, Rico.
I was like, you want to see how fast you can fuck up your back and get addicted to painkillers? I was like, here, give me that notepad. You fucking catch the heads when they're coming through. You fucking dumbass. Like, I'm just talking so much shit now, but like, you know what I mean? I was like, it was like,
you're on a one-way ticket to Oxycontin land, dude.
Like, you know, she's like, and I never got addicted to pain pills, or I was like, okay, like you're fucking special, dude. I was like, you didn't get hurt that bad. Yeah. Congratulations, you didn't get hurt that bad, dude. God's doing you a favor over here. You're fucking acting like you fucking hung the moon, dude. I was like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking stupid bitch. Like, I'm just talking shit now, but
no, I feel you, man. That's a little fucking weird, dude.
It's like, did you break your fall, or did you just fucking take a soft landing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's fucking nutty.
Because something like that is like completely luck.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and I never got down on my spirits. Yeah, because you got lucky the whole time.
You think you fall the way you want to fall? Fuck no, dude.
Yeah. Well,
sometimes you can compensate and maybe land better than you would have, but you know what I mean? It's like, sometimes that shit's freak, man. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, the thing is that, like, there's just a little bit of luck involved, man, and that's not something that you should really
boast about, dude. Yeah,
you should try to take that luck and make it seem like it was somehow you like.
That's how you go to the casino and lose your whole fucking house, dude. You're
like,
I'm the best.
It's the gambler fallacy, dude. It's like I rolled a 7 5 times in a row, dude. My luck never ran out. It's like go back, then go back, see what happens, dude. Go see what happens. Go see.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
Go take your luck to the bank.
It's hard to hear shit like that. Yeah. Go take your luck to the bank, bro.
See what happens.
I got all this luck. I need to cash in. They're like, what?
Yeah, dude. I thought I was pretty cool until I invested in Dogecoin.
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Now I realize that like I'm a changed man, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, yeah. Like half my shit's like in a pawn shop. I'm like, I'll get it back.
Yeah. I'll be back next week for this.
I'll
Don't
get it
sell
back.
it. Yeah. It's like all fucked up. It's like, oh fuck, dude.
Man, remember that song that was like, we made some bad investments. I took a walk, take a walk, take a
I've
walk.
never heard that
take
one.
a walk. Take a walk, take a walk. I don't know. It's like a weird song about like shit just going south and then just like just take a walk. Like it's a newer shitty
Okay, yeah.
song. It was like a song I put on the radio like 8 years ago. But fuck, bro. Yeah, that whole thing.
Walk,
My
dude.
brother making fun of me for not selling Doge when it was at like 50 cents was right, dude. Like
Fucking Riley and you. Dude.
that was Ryan. Ryan's like,
Oh, was it?
get rid of it, dude. I was like, nah,
This
fuck
guy,
that, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I can do it. I was like,
Oh my god. That's
put me back in,
Put me back in. So,
fuck.
going back to talking about music. So, me and you last week were both right on that Marty Robbins song.
Which one?
El Paso.
We were
dies.
both right.
We were both right.
That's
In a
what
way.
I said.
No. You said that she doesn't die.
Yeah.
I said that she does die. She does die, but it's not in El Paso. Felina's the second part of that song.
Oh.
So I always think of it as one song. But then I was like, God damn it, it's another song, but she does die.
So you were wrong.
I was half wrong.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
half
you're
wrong.
right. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
All right.
But yeah, that was fucking, that happened. And then,
I'll take it. Humble pie, dude.
humble
Serve it
pie,
up-
dude.
serve it up
You
cold,
know?
dude.
Hey, I was wrong, dude.
Me too.
But I was kind of right a little
You were kind of right.
kind of right a little bit. But so last week after the podcast, me, Rico, and Cody all watched Channel 5, dude. The Pickup Artist Convention, dude.
Yeah.
If you guys have not seen that shit, you need to check it out. That shit was so fucking hype. It was. I think that was one of the coolest videos I've seen in so long, actually. It made me laugh so hard. It made me cry. It made me, like, I felt so many emotions watching this shit. I felt bad for these guys. I felt good for them.
I don't know
was
why
like,
that guy's so funny, dude. He's like, he sits there for hours just recording shit, and then he gets like 8 minutes worth of just gold. Because he goes to these places where there's just weird ass motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and then it's just set up to where like you can zoom in on their face whenever they say something weird, and like it just makes it so fucking funny, dude.
Okay, so I have two things I want to say. First off, do you think that Stanley the singer felt embarrassed after it was released?
After it was released?
After it was released. Because I almost feel like at the time, it's exactly what you said. He filmed all day. He might have done a lot of legitimate filming. He might have made it look like...
Well, no, like they might have been cool for part
You know what
of
I'm
it,
saying?
but then you only see the
But then he
fucked up
uploads it, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh my god.
Like, I look like a fucking dumbass.
So I was
it's like the it was back when it was all gas no brakes, and he's at the rally for Proud Boys, whatever, and he's like, dude, you're not gonna make me look fucking stupid, are you? He's like, no, man. He's like, what would you do if I did? He's like, I'd come after you, dude.
I'd kill you, dude. He's like, I'll beat your ass.
And then he's like, is that a White Claw? And he's like, yeah. You want one? He's like, White Claw, mango, White Claw. It's like the stupidest shit. Just makes him look like a fucking idiot. It's the funniest video, dude. That's the best one.
I don't know what it is about this.
Whenever, like, what does that one girl say? She's like,
oh my god, that was so bad.
they're talking about like,
I almost don't remember, but I remember it was so cringy, dude.
he's like talking about, oh man, I can't remember. Whatever. Let's keep
It
going.
was bad. But my favorite thing, I don't know what it is about our group of friends. We were the king of awkward situations. We would play videos for people that would like make people's heads explode.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to think it was funny. Like I used to love making people uncomfortable. So that's like a part of my thing.
Like, check this out, dude.
Watch this video,
Gotta
dude.
watch this video, dude. It was like the Pain Olympics.
Yeah.
We're like, would you do that shit for like $15.
Yeah, bro,
Just like
come on,
pull
dog.
money out of your pocket and be like, right now? They're like,
Get it, dog. Here's a hatchet, dog. So there's a guy at my work that we just know he doesn't like stuff like that. He's really weird about it. So I'm kind of explaining the video to him, and he's like, "Send it to me, dude." And I'm like, "Fucking, it's on, dog." So I like send him the video, and I'm watching him watch it, and he can't even look at the screen, and he's constantly like cringing and shit. And he's like, "This can't be real. Like, this isn't real."
oh, it's real.
And I was like, "That's the realest, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you won't find anything more real
like
than that
the,
video."
like the Hoff twins one, you'd think it's fake or something.
That's the realest
no,
shit.
that's how, bro.
They're respectable
Out
in the hood,
in
dog.
the little tiny ghetto small town places, bro. It is worse than that. If anything, he like makes it palatable to like
exactly.
the normal person.
You almost make it normalized,
Yeah,
right?
it's the most
like,
chaotic, randomest bullshit you've ever seen in your entire life. Like every time I go through Van Horn, dude, I'm just like, what the fuck?
what's going on here?
Is this? There's
What?
like these like Hoff twin guys walking around, just like, oh, there they are.
Remember
dude.
when your cousin like took us to that Napa and he was like, "You guys want a drink?" He like walked into the manager's office, like bought these, like got these Cokes.
Dude,
and
I love that Napa, dude. That's the
I was freaking out about that though. I was like, I've never seen. I'm like, "You work here?" He's like, "No." I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was freaking out, dude. I was like, that is insane, actually. That was cool, though. That was, like, one of the coolest moments, I think, dude.
Yeah, no, that Napa's fucking amazing, dude.
That's so
You can just
badass,
walk
dude.
back there and take a Dr. Pepper, and they'll be like, you want another one, dude? Like, for the road? You're just like, dude, I love
They
this.
know how it is,
They
bro.
Know, dude. They know
Life
you.
is hard, bro.
You need Dr. Pepper. You might be on empty,
Yeah,
dude. You
yeah.
might be on empty on DP, bro. You gotta fucking, you gotta
refuel,
dude.
dude. Yeah. But I showed this coworker this. He's uncomfortable watching it the whole time. He doesn't believe it's real. And I have another coworker that is my boy. Like, I can send him anything, as weird as it is, and he gets it. And that's why I love him so much. I'm like, dude. His name's Brandon as well. So I'm like, what's up, dog? Like, I send him the email. I'm like, know what's real.
Is he
check your
showing you
shit
guys'
out.
work accounts?
Yeah,
Work
it's like so
emails?
bad. It's like he's like watching it with like the fucking like sound system that we have for all the artists to like record music on and shit. Yeah. So I send him the video, dude, and within 5 minutes he comes running out to me. And he goes, "That guy, Stanley, I know in real life." And I was like, "You're fucking kidding me." And I was making him laugh so hard. I'm like, dude, I was like, I've never met anyone who's known any of these people from these fucked up videos. Like, this is the coolest accolade I've ever seen in my life.
Well, Riley was in the pickup one, too. He was the guy with the shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads. He's like, I'm, what's his name? He's like, I'm whatever, but I go by Air. That was the best, dude. I'm like, this guy's out of his fucking mind, dude. But Brandon, pretty much, we're both laughing about it. We're talking about it in front of the guy who doesn't believe it. And Brandon goes, "No, dude, that guy is exactly how he is in the video." Like, they used to watch bands or his band play with them, and he said that they would like sing these songs where, because I was wondering if he sang. And he goes, "Oh yeah, he'd write songs and like say 5 lyrics and then just go, yeah, like afterwards and shit." Like, he thought that was cool for real. And I was like, yeah, that's real, bro. Like, that's exactly how he is in that video, bro.
What was his band's name, dude?
It was Eviscerate, dude. Eviscerate.
Yeah, we were talking about
MySpace music. It's still up, but you can't listen to it, unfortunately. It fucking sucks so bad. But shout outs to a cool band name, dude. I thought that was actually pretty sick, dude.
Maybe they play WoW, dude.
That's what I thought too. I was like, shout outs to Rogues, dude. This guy fucking knows what's up.
Aren't
dude.
you level 70 yet,
Level
dude?
fucking 69, bro. I told Tim last night, I was like,
69?
wouldn't it be cooler to like just stay at 69 and like do all the end game shit and like just be the best 69? Like,
You couldn't not level
no,
up.
no,
That'd be
that's like
funny,
the worst
though.
part, dude. Yeah, you wouldn't.
That
be
was
able to.
whenever like the world first molten cores were happening. Whenever WoW Classic came out, and there was like a guy who was like level like 54 in the raid. He's like, you know what I'm talking about?
You gotta do it though.
They're like,
bro.
hey man, we got to get as many high level because there was only a couple level 60s on the
Yeah.
server, but like molten core is kind of free.
No, for sure, dude.
So like they're like, fuck it. Let's just do
Well,
it.
how many people go in that too? Like 20, 40? 40? Fuck yeah. If you have a couple 50,
A lot of them
like,
were
I think
just
you'd be
these
chilling.
raggedy ass like level, 56s
That's
and
so
57s
sick,
and shit,
dude.
or I
That's
don't
so
know.
badass.
It was
I gotta
funny.
stop hitting that fucking thing on my ring.
Ding!
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Oscar lost her wedding band and fucking engagement ring.
Where?
I don't know. Fucking jackass.
She doesn't even know when or where.
No, and I keep like, I'm like, you don't even remember. She's like, it was weeks ago. I was like, when did
I'm-
you
I'm
know they
just
were
finding out
gone,
about it
dude?
now,
She's like,
dude. You're like,
she's like, they were missing for a week before I really started to get worried about it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, you lost your ring? I was like, oh, really? Because they're both in the bathroom right now. She's like, well, you lost it for a while. I was like, well, find it then. She's like, God damn it, dude.
It happens. Megan ended up losing a ring that I bought her when we first started dating, and she like feels so bad about it. But that shit fucking happens, dude. I don't know.
That shit was...
I know, bro. I know. That's a fucking rough one to lose right there. A dating ring's one thing, but like a wedding band and shit, that's...
So, well, why do you take your engagement ring to work? If you have to take it off because you're going to wear gloves and do all this bullshit.
That's why, you know what? Sounds weird, but I bought a silicone ring for work. It was $4 on Amazon. Megan had it engraved on the inside. It just says, I love you. And I just wear that at work because it's something I don't have to take off because it doesn't... I can't even feel the motherfucker on my hand, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate metal. I hate wearing rings. Dude.
Me too. No. This is taking so long for me to like just get used to. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I've never wore jewelry. I don't even wear watches. Like, I guess I wear plugs and shit, but
I don't. Yeah, these like fucking.
Yeah, I don't have earrings. I'm like diamonds and like fucking like lip rings.
I don't wear any jewelry.
I don't have no jewelry. I'm just like clanking everywhere, like clink,
clink, clink, clink. Good times, dude.
Yeah, dude. But shout outs to fucking Channel 5, dude.
Shout outs to that guy, dude. What's his name? Stanley, dude?
Stanley, dog. The fucking realest guy.
Yeah! Oscar's like, no, but I'm sure. She's like, oh, that's like a real, like, warm-up exercise thing. I was like, God damn
exactly.
it.
That's a real warm-up exercise. That's not a song
like,
or, like...
Get your range.
You know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to show off your, like, range from, like, you know, like, yeah. She does them, too. She'll go... Yeah, she's annoying when she
you gotta like,
yeah, like this weird chirps to like
do re mi fa sol la ti do. Like I remember that shit. Like I did some theater back in the day, dude. You know, I know a little thing or two about singing and vocal warm ups, but to do that on a
try and be cool, try and sound cool.
That was the craziest
here, guys.
thing,
I got it. And then he does this weird like
the hand
like summonings of like
no, exactly, dude.
I don't know who's original vocalist like okay, I have some shit. I have some shade to throw at Cody D.
Oh shit, dude.
No.
Let's hear it.
Real talk, dude. Like we've gotten pretty good at like when other people are talking, we like take turns. Dude, that guy. I was re-listening to the one we did. I mean, we fucked up a lot because we thought he was gonna stop talking, and then it'd be our turn to like say something, and then he would just like start talking again, and then we'd be like, that, and then just there was that. It's hard. It's not hard to listen to, but that's why they say you should like wear headphones so that whenever you hear someone else say something, it sounds goofy in your head, so you stop. And I mean, I think we just like gotten used to doing this by ourselves, and then. Fucking Cody was just like constantly like going in. What do you call that? Whenever you like cut off or like start, it's like a short throw, like the conversation. I guess like you just like.
I felt like what we were talking about was kind of really.
We were all just chattering.
We were chatting, but like it turned to a point where like he had to get his point across.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're trying to get our point across, so it just comes off that way.
Well, no, I think it's just because we hadn't done. We don't know his timing.
No.
There's like a timing thing.
Usually when someone talks, like, yeah.
And then you can like, oh, they're skipping a beat right now.
They're getting ready to finish.
It's my turn. I can interject right now and then stop, and they can pick up on. Like, we've done this so many times now. Not a lot, but we've done it enough to where we kind of are in the grooves of it. And then Riley didn't talk too much. Like, in that episode, it wasn't like too bad, but fuck, man. Like, I was watching it. I was listening to the episode. I was like, this shit's fucking sloppy, dude. Like, just sloppy.
I mean, we're still learning, man. That was our second guest.
I should have gave Cody a pair of headphones. I should have one pair of headphones for Cody so that he could just, like, hear whatever. Like, oh, maybe I should fucking...
I probably fucked up a lot, too, because I remember there's a couple parts where I was trying to say something.
No, it happened a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah. It was...
It was pretty bad, but... It was good. It was still fun.
It was a good podcast.
We gotta run it back.
No, 100% we have to run it back.
I need to get a pair of headphones, too.
I need to, like, yeah. I need some, too, man. I need to fucking hear that shit, dude. It gets fucking chaotic with 3 people, I think. I give it up to people that do guests, and, like there's a couple podcasts that's all they do is guests. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, that'd be hard, man.
Maybe we just weren't giving them long enough time to talk. But I thought when there'd be a pause, that would be like the time to say something. But then it would just start back up, and then they would be like, and then I instead of hearing, because I think someone would go before him. And then instead of hearing that and like pausing, like he would just start talking. Then they would. What ended up happening is that either me or you would have to stop. But it was.
It's hard.
It's something to think about. Maybe we should have talked about it a little more before we started.
It's a difficult thing. I feel like I try to be respectful of it because I've watched podcasts where people talk over each other, and it's like it cringes me out because I'm like, let the person say something. You know what I mean? Like. Sometimes someone's like, I don't know, trying to get a point across, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you got to realize when someone else is trying to get a point across too. Yeah. And maybe kind of like let them say a little bit and then rebuttal with your point, or it's just weird.
But there's
really
just like
weird.
A sinking thing. It's almost like women on their fucking periods or something. Bro. Like if you do it long enough, you start like getting the
vibe, bro.
Exactly. Like
start vibing together, dude.
There's a timing thing.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. It's like Street Fighter almost, right? Like, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
A rhythm, dude.
You gotta fucking get in the rhythm, dude.
It's like what is it? What's that one movie, dude? The Snow. It's Cool Runnings, dude.
Oh my god.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme.
Dude, that's the fucking best movie.
It's pops that time.
Cool Running, bro.
All those guys were like roided out, dude. Like,
fuck yeah, bro. You gotta be sometimes.
The Olympics is just like the juiced Olympics, dude.
The Olympics are going to be August this year, I think, at the end of the month. Skateboarding's first year in the Olympics, boys. Get ready, dude. I'm going to fucking watch that.
That's going to be so badass.
Oh, I'm fucking so stoked for it. It's such a random thing to happen. Isn't Street Fighter in the Olympics?
Like fighting in the streets?
No, like the game, like...
What are you talking about?
I swear there was a tournament.
No.
I have to look it up. Maybe it was a troll. I'm freaking the fuck out right now. It might be a fucking big troll. But I thought I saw something like that. Like it was like an e-sport, like Olympic event or something. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what's happening?
What are you talking about?
I'll have to look it up again. I'll see what fucking thing.
It might have been some like...
It might have been a troll tournament where it was like the Olympic tournament. You know what I mean?
It wasn't...
And I was like... the Olympics, bro. I was like freaking out. I was like, this is so cool. First skateboarding, now Street Fighter. Like, what's next?
That'd be cool if there was a gaming thing. I don't know. How do you choose and pick? And it'd be messy.
It would be.
It's not like it's like a rotate. It's too much of a fucking. Oh, it got patched. Now this is that. It's something like, you know, a skateboard is a fucking. Everyone's got the same ramp, the same. They can bring their own decks. They're ready for their own run. They get time to practice doing their thing, and they're just doing it against what the score is.
It's crazy because I watched a podcast this week. It's Toby from H2O. You know that old hardcore band? I forget his
H2O,
last name. But it's a positive mental attitude podcast where he likes to talk to people about having a positive mental attitude. And he had Deshaun Johnson, who was one of the skaters that was going to be... Oh. He traded up to go to the Olympics. So he was training all year to go. And all these... It was the first year they did it. And he said it was really strange because in all the events...
Wait, I thought that guy's name was something Washington. Isn't the guy for the United States? Isn't it that one kind of...
There's a lot of people skating for the United States.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
There's a whole group of them. He was in the running to go do it. But doing the the street leagues and all the Dew Tour, I think the Dew Tour is a part of the Olympic scene. And what he's used to is, he goes, whenever I went to these contests, I would do the hardest tricks, and I would try to win the contest. But that's different than how the Olympics is. It's almost like Capcom Cup Tour, where you build points throughout the year, and then whoever has the most points is in the runnings or gets the spot. So he should have done tricks that he could have landed. Instead of trying to win the contest, he should have just kept it safe and built points, which he didn't do. So when the end of the year came, he didn't qualify.
Sometimes he'd land it and win because it was a hard trick, and sometimes he would fail over and over and over again. And then not get.
And he's like, I should have just done shit I could do, and get points and get my way in that way. So it was a real learning curve for a lot of these guys, dude. Damn. It's a really different way.
I think there's still like. No, I don't know actually. I always the Olympics. I love the Olympics.
Me too. I always thought that was a really cool
People think it's like corny and stupid. I fucking love it, dude. I'm all about it.
Whenever it's on, I'm like excited.
What was that story about that one chick who like tested positive for weed and they like cucked her out, dude. That was a fucked up thing.
What event was it for? Was it like an ice skating
running.
thing?
It was a female
I'm gonna
runner.
be honest. That is a performance enhancer.
For running?
Because it numbs you.
Shut the fuck
I'm dead serious.
up,
I'm
bro.
dead serious. I'm dead serious.
No,
When I used to run,
No, the story was, her story was that her mom, like, just passed away.
so she was using
And
it to
she was
coke or
like,
something?
yeah, she's like, I'm just going to get high, fuck it. And then the pot, this is why it always popped during the test,
UFC.
That's why, like, the Diaz brothers, like, they've served so much, like, especially Nick, he's coming back in, like, a month after a 5-year layoff or some shit. Poor fucking guy, but well, I think for 3 years he got suspended for pot. And the thing was that, I mean, I'm pretty sure he smoked like the day before, even the day.
Oh,
he
for
doesn't
sure.
give a fuck. But
Yeah.
like the thing is that like some things metabolize like super fast. The half life is like no time at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do something and like a week it's gone. But pot stays in your system for like a month, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like a month.
Well, I think longer in your hair follicles and shit
Yeah.
too. They can
So like it's just. I mean, it's just not something. THC is not something that the
Goes
half life
away.
lasts forever. So who even knows? I don't know. Maybe she said like, yeah, I smoked like a week before, or a day. I don't know the story. All I know is that it's fucking stupid, dude. I mean, I know it's a rule, and rules got to be rules.
I don't
But the thing
understand
is that
why it's a
supposedly
rule,
she's
bro.
the best runner, and they're just.
The only thing I
So
was
it
going to
would be
get
like
at,
guarantee a gold medal,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, nah, bitch.
you're out.
And then they were gonna let her run in the relay, and then they're like, "Nah, we're not even gonna let you do that." And it's like, what the fuck?
That's fucked
That's
up.
a fucking shitty
The only thing I was going to say was when I used to run, I used to like to smoke because I could run farther than I could run before. Because what it does is you don't feel any fatigue. So I'd be running and I'd be numb the whole time. And if I kept my breathing right, I could just run for forever. I felt like I didn't have to stop. Then I'd make it to my house and I'd stop running and my legs would hurt so bad. And I'd be like, fuck, dude, like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I was like, I didn't feel that while I was running. So that's the only thing I could think of, maybe why they wouldn't allow it, because why else would they not allow it?
Maybe.
You're lazy, you eat a lot, like, what's the reasoning?
maybe.
You know, like, it doesn't seem like it would be something you wouldn't be able to do. Like,
I know that in like jujitsu, a lot of times people like to get high before they do it because it makes them kind of more like,
loose or something?
yeah. Gotta think of. I don't know. It's a pretty
I don't know.
in the culture of it. It's pretty prevalent.
Okay.
Like it's all over the place. And
Oh, for sure.
people like to like. I think there even is like a. I think there's what is it called? I can't remember. There's like one tournament where like they promote it. Like you can smoke weed at like right before your
The
match,
ref, like,
and like everyone there,
Cut
like
hand comes up, like, puts a joint in your mouth. You're like,
bad, bro. Like you get contact high if you're just at the tournament. Like it's
That's so
smoked out, and
crazy.
then and I think if you win, you get like a bag of weed and shit too. And Jake Shields like always wins those tournaments.
that's so fucking sick,
He's such a
dude.
badass. He's
That's
wild as
crazy.
fuck.
I wonder what the...
It's something about like
Maybe it makes you
have-
think different, too, you know?
Yeah, like you'll pull more random shit. Like whenever Nick Diaz, Gogo Plata, talking to Origami at Pride 32 or whatever. Was it Pride 32? Pride 31? Something like that. He fucking... No one's ever done a Gogo Plata before. It's pretty much like an omoplata that turned into a choke with like the bridge of your foot and you pulled you under the hood and you choke. Like I've never seen anything like it before in my life. I was fucking tripping balls when it happened.
That's crazy, dude.
And you know, and then he got popped for doing steroids like that. Not steroid. He got popped for weed, and they took the win away from him. And he was high as fuck when he did it. And like people, I remember back in the day on the Sure Drug forums, people were like, "Bro, like you smoke weed, and, like you'll pull shit like that out of your ass, like all over the place, like because it's just
Makes
like
you creative a little bit,
it's
right?
like a little more outside the box thinking type situation instead of this like." Focused, rigid mindset of like, I don't want to go for something because if I
Stay
don't
safe,
get it, then
like,
I
yeah.
might get my back taken or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Huh.
And you're a little more risk
Yeah.
adverse. You're like, fuck it, like let's
You got
go.
the fuck it in your
like,
system, dog. You're
I'm just
like,
gonna throw it out, dude. See what happens. Like,
I could see that, actually, dude. That's interesting.
but still, I believe you with the running. Like, if you're saying you used to run better high, like I'm not saying you're full of shit.
I used to... It's not that I'd run better. I just felt like I could do what I wanted to do. Like... Sometimes I'd want to go for 3 miles, you know, and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, fuck, man.
But I think in sports, like, I don't think it's proven enough to really be
I don't
a
think
difference
so,
maker. If they let you take like certain supplements that give you some advantage,
exactly,
then why wouldn't they just also let you smoke weed? Because I guarantee you, for whatever, it does alter the state of mind. You know what I mean? It does, but whatever it does beneficially, there's probably something else. It's like everything.
Yeah.
Whatever benefit, there'll be a negative.
Oh,
so like it's just
exactly.
it's a balance. Like yeah, it tweaks your overall what's it called, but it'll balance it out in some other way.
For the first
your reflexes probably
25
aren't as fast.
Well, for the first 25, I felt like so. Let's say if you smoke, you're high for an hour, right? For the most part, you smoke a lot, you're probably going to be high for an hour. The first 25 minutes, on point. Anything I do, Street Fighter, I'm godlike. I can do
cognitive.
But then after that 30 sets in, someone throws something in your reactions are fucked up, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you start slugging down, dude. You can feel the after effect a little bit more.
I see.
So I almost think it'd be dangerous to be playing a sport like football or something, and maybe at first you're doing good, but then you start getting all sluggy and like not thinking right because you're fucking the high set in, and you might make mistakes, dude. I almost think that'd be dangerous, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the argument against smoking and driving.
Yeah,
is like was that bit, the Chappelle bit, where they like run over that girl at the fucking on the bike. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's like the guys from How High or whatever, and they're like, let's go get some food, and like they're like, don't drive high, and they like run over the little girl on a bicycle. Like it's so fucking stupid, but it's funny.
It is pretty funny, dude.
I mean, yeah,
it can be like that.
I just can't believe that in 2021, like,
yeah,
the rigidness with the rule set against THC as a performance enhancer. It's like, isn't the data out that this like it isn't any more or less than like what you could get out of a legal supplement that you could buy? Like that would probably enhance your performance way more.
Oh, I think a rock star would give you more than enhancement, bro. Like real talk. You'd be so fucking jacked. You're like, fuck yeah, bro.
Right, you get one of those old ones too, dude.
Just like knock your socks off, dude.
You like.
It's like a.
Do you remember that Olympics thing where like, it was some skiing thing, and the girl was gonna like win the gold medal, and she like tries to like do some cool like.
Oh god.
And then she like eats shit, dude.
It happens with running a lot too. I always watch those ones, dude.
Oh my god,
it was the so saddest. Fucked up.
Saddest
How?
thing.
If you lose and you're trying your hardest, you're sad.
Yeah.
But you're not that sad. If you do some shit like that, I'd be hanging in the fucking hotel room that like 5 hours later, dude. Like I'd be so pissed off, dude.
The grapes stomped out. Stop.
Like everything. Stop. Yeah, like the fucking after breathing. You're like, thank God.
When you get the wind knocked out of you, dude, it fucks
We've
you
said
up,
it before.
Dude.
That is one of the worst things that happen to you, dude. That'll fucking bring you back to reality real quick.
You're all just trying to take a breath. And it's so cool because like you're just like, it's happened to you before, and you're like, you know this feeling.
Yeah, you've been here.
It's
dude.
like just breathe, and then you go to breathe, and you start panicking. You're like, you start making all these crazy.
You
noises.
should ask your fucking dad's girlfriend. You've been like, you ever lose air before? Yeah, she's like, no.
You're just like,
you never been hurt, dude. You never been hurt. Oh shit, dude.
Oh my god, no, that was a weird. Going back to that was very strange. I'm it's like, don't you realize how fucking lucky you were and all these fucking...
You can still breathe, bitch.
I'm lucky too. Look, I'm still walking, dude. Like,
yeah,
I could have gone killed a couple fucking times. Like, I'm not sitting here saying like, just because my back is so strong, I didn't break anything.
We used to do gainers in Tim's pool all the time.
Oh, dude, that was dangerous.
It was so dangerous, bro.
Oh my god.
We do gainers off the fucking roof and shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did it. I never did a game off the roof.
There was a little window by Tim's room that like Manny and them could jump.
That was incredible. Didn't someone barely make it to one time?
Dude, it was so dangerous. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, there was like all these athletic people doing it, and then some drunk guy was like, I can do it, and we're like, no, you cannot.
I remember that, dude.
Some guy's like, it's my turn, these girls are gonna fuck me after I do this rodeo flip, and it's like, no, dude, stop. No one's gonna fuck you
yourself, dude.
Yeah, you wanna get fucked by the concrete down there, dude? You go ahead, be my guest, dude. Get fucking...
fuck? Oh my god, I remember that. Dude.
Yeah, I would jump off the garage because it was easy, but
that was cool.
Whenever they would jump from above the kitchen,
that'd make my butthole tucker.
I'd be
just
like,
a little bit.
And then when they went to that second story, I was like, nah,
bro.
No. Only the people that were like Evan and Manny and Cody were all
only people that were fit and like athletic.
Yeah, like someone who could do a jump more than like 5 feet. It's like, yeah, I'm not
this like drunk guy.
Yeah,
like
not
baby legs.
not Craig, who's like 4'5". He's like, I can make it. It's like,
bro,
can you?
Can you even get up on that roof?
I'll be like, all right, if you can get the crushed red peppers off that top shelf, like he's like, just be like, you ain't jumping.
It's like a stick.
You ain't
like,
jumping. You ain't jumping.
I don't know, bro.
Sit down, baby.
You remember when El Cap fucking was barbecuing and like tried to put a grease fire out with water and shit, dude?
Yeah.
There was so many cool things that happened to that house, dude. We're like, no water, El Cap. He's just like,
got a water hose, like just shot boiling grease all over the wall. The house was just burning. We're like,
oh my god, dude.
What do we do?
If anything went wrong, it always went wrong.
The best is whenever El Cap and Manny got in a fight, and then I was making fun of them for getting in a fight, and then Manny tried to like fight me, and like, dude, he fucking
threw that beer at the fucking. Remember that shit?
Yeah, well, he swung at me, and it was like, dude, if that would have hit me, I barely got out of the way of that fucking, and I didn't even.
No, that's when he was on the phone, right? When we came out, remember? We were like, we were like, what are you doing on the phone?
Stone Cold. I was fucking with them, and he fucking went like a mosh pit backswing, and I was like in his asshole, and I saw him. I was like, he's fucking swinging at me, and I backed up, dude, and he barely missed my fucking head, and I was like, what, bitch? I was like, get the fuck out.
That's when he like broke all the fence posts down the road. That guy. That shit pissed me off so much, dude. I remember being pissed. Like, he punched his swinging door, threw a beer at you that wasn't open, and tried to punch you.
Yeah.
I was ready to beat that kid's ass.
He got kicked out of the house for like weeks. I realized that I was fucking with him, so I kind of gave him like the most leeway to everyone. Because I was trying to get some reaction out of him. I
always fuck with him, though.
Oh, yeah, he was.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and to get, he was drunk. It's hard because it's like, you want to be like, hey, this guy was drunk, but it's like, that's no fucking excuse, bro.
Yeah. Well, he would have hit me, it would have been a different story. But
fuck yeah.
Just by, I saw it coming, dude. I was like, is he fucking. And you know what? If we hadn't gone to so many fucking shows and like like how to dodge
just Manny, dude.
And how to dodge someone doing a fucking
fuck yeah, dude.
Back fist, like I
don't even think I ever dodged one, dude. That was the worst part, dude.
I dodged them all the time.
I watched one guy punch me in the face 3 times before I tried to dodge it. I was just like, I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That shit was fucking rough, dude. Yeah, that guy, dude.
Yeah. If that would have hit me, it would have hit me right at the end of my chin. It would have fucking
probably would have got you.
Would have rocked the piss off me, if not fucking knocked me out.
Fuck, man. Yeah,
that's the dangerous part. Like, you get real.
Keeping it real goes wrong, dude.
You can't slip a hook.
No.
And you can't. And if you try to do one of these against a straight, like it's gonna fucking
just land, dude.
So, I knew it wasn't. I knew it was gonna be one of these back fists, but goddamn, it was like. I didn't even have any facial hair back then, but it would have touched. It would have touched, bro. It was like I was like, Jesus Christ, that would have fucked me out.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy, dude.
And then Kay was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" She like got a pair of scissors and like acted like she kicked him out. And
yeah.
No, get the like.
No, I'm pretty sure the whole party we were all just like, "Get the fuck out of here, Manny!" Like. And he went down to the fence and just broke a bunch of fences and shit.
Dude, I was fucking with him. I can't remember. I don't remember why that started.
He was on the phone with somebody, and he just kept going like,
"Stone Cold."
Something like that. Like you were like, "What are you on the phone for, bitch?" You're like, you were just like freaking out on him. And I was with you. I thought it was funny. And then the beer got thrown, and then that punch got thrown, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
And he punched the fucking saloon door in Tim's house.
And that's when we were like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude." Yeah, because that's like.
And then he's like, "Can I come back?"
Yeah,
he was like crying. We're like, "Get out of here!"
It was like El Cap put you. "Can I come back in?" Remember that? That was like the best shit, dude.
El Cap was always cool because I wouldn't drink, but if he'd be like, "Hey, bro, you want to play beer pong with me? I'll drink everything." I was like, "All right, fine." Like so. He'd like let me be his partner in beer pong, and he would just have to drink. I felt bad. One time I almost killed him.
He's the legend, dude. He almost killed himself a couple times.
Yeah, I was like, and then I remember.
Remember when he beer bonged 5 beers at fucking Wayne's house? and just couldn't stop projectile vomiting everywhere. We were laughing so hard at him.
Dude, okay.
He just like tried to smoke a cigarette. He just like, he's like, it was the fucking best, dude. We're like, yeah, man. Like, it was the fucking funniest shit.
Shouts to being fucking dumb and
just out of control, dude. That guy was so cool, man. Had the best nicknames, dude. Fucking Shell Cat, Hellish Cat, fucking. They just had a butt flap, dude. Like, do you remember the butt flap story?
What is that one?
Jeremy told me about it. He's like, yeah, bro. When you like, he's like, you know, when you have that little flap over your butthole, dude. He's like, what? The butt flap, dude. Like, it sounds like you have a hemorrhoid, dog. Like, we were freaking the fuck out about that for so long.
No, you like wipe one way so much, and like it pulls out like a little section, dude.
A little pink sock, dude. Like, it's gotta like put that thing back in there, bro. Like,
fucking little labia, dude. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
The puss lip comes out of your asshole. You're like, what are you talking about?
No, bro, this is something that I haven't told you about, and I'm glad we started talking about Manny Hernandez because it made me think of
that's good, dude.
Manny, Street Fighter Manny. There's a picture. I guess they all got together. It was like, from what I saw in the pictures, like people I recognized was Manny, Sean, and Richard, and then Angie took a bunch of pictures of like them all hanging out. There's some other people there, but I don't know who the fuck they were.
Exactly. Yeah.
But those are who I saw, and there's a picture of Manny, bro. I gotta show you this shit.
Is it recent?
Yeah. Dude, this guy had... Hold on, I'm gonna show you the picture. I don't want to tell you anything about it because I want you to tell me what you see.
What do I have?
I want you to see. What out of this picture stands out?
What I see?
Straight up, bro. Straight up.
Oh, shit.
Straight the fuck up, bro. Like, you'll freak
Shout out to friendship, dude. Shout out to fucking Sean and fucking Richard.
So, you see this picture?
You see it, dude.
What? I shouldn't even have said to look. Oh, Robert Feist is there too.
Okay.
And Azad.
Oh shit!
I like how Azad's there, dude. Now, do you notice anything funny about that picture, dude?
Is it darker in his fucking shorts, bro? The 8-incher he has is like logged. It's like 4 socks rolled together. Like,
I just got so lightheaded, dude. I'm gonna faint, man. It's the funniest. Dude, he has like a fucking mini Padres bat.
He's like a fucking super soaker just hanging out in his shorts, bro. That's fucking dope, dude.
No, bro. So this shit is so funny, dog.
Oh my god, dude.
And then Tong is like, "Is that Manny picture?" Oh, look at this. I don't remember Manny's dick being that big.
Oh my god, dude!
And it's like, it looks like there's a rabbit in his pants.
You should make this his profile pic.
No, bro. So look at this. Angie posts this picture of his face, and then I zoomed in on the picture of his crotch, and I tried to post it, and I did that picture right here. So check this out, guys. Check this out. I gotta show this shit to you. I try to post this picture,
fucking god, dude.
right? And then Facebook says your post goes against community standards on nudity and sexual activity. It says no one else can see your post. Our standards apply globally based on. So check this out. This is real. And then I got banned for 24 hours. It was like the funniest shit that ever happened, dude.
Oh my fucking god. Manny, what the fuck have you been up to, dude?
I know,
Holy
dude.
shit, dude.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, I've seen this guy in his underwear before. Something was going on. I don't know what.
You packing, bro?
I don't know. I was like, what's like a baby's arm like in his pants, bro? Like, good for you, dude.
Oh fuck, that's so fucking funny, dude. That's the best thing I've seen in so long. Thank you so much for that. Oh my god, dude.
It was so funny. I was like, you should make that his profile.
Oh my god, dude. I would have, dude. I would have put my face on the end of that thing and been like, what's up, boys?
It's so fucking godlike.
God damn it, Manny. That is fucking funny as fuck.
And
dude.
it's like, I still don't know what's happening. Because, like, I remember.
It has to be the ripple of the fucking shorts or something, right?
Okay, so one time we went to. Fuck, bro.
One time he grazed up against me and I felt
No,
just kidding.
Where were we? We were at.
Oh, shit. I'm like sweating from that. That was so funny.
Bro, it was some tournament in LA. I don't remember what it was. And we went up on a Thursday night.
Okay.
And it was just me. I think Vincent, maybe.
Oh, shit.
I don't, but we rode up with Megan, Manny, and Robert Feist. And then we were all like just hanging out in our underwear and shit and like, you know, getting ready to go to bed. And like, all day, Robert's got a fucking hog, bro. Straight up. I was like, okay, dude.
I believe it, bro.
And he's like, yeah, I'm like half black or something. I was like, I believe you, dog. Like, you got some shit going on down there. I respect it. But Manny didn't have any fucking game going. I was like, oh, you look like me, dude. Cool. Like, oh. This motherfucker's coming like 10 years later with this like fucking
prosthetic
like,
dick
this
on,
like
dude.
Transformer dick. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? He's got like a fucking
one of the elephant trunk in there, dude, just fucking hanging out, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's been hitting the TLC tuggers too hard, dude. And it's just all skin, bro. Like, what?
What is this shit?
Wow, that's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't want to believe it's like some optical illusion. I want to believe that it's like just this unforgivable fucking
That God could grace you 30 years
just
after
like
your life,
just
dude.
this fucking
Yeah.
just
Oh
this
my god, dude.
donkey dick, dude. I'd be so happy, dude.
What supplements is he taking, dude? Yeah, what,
Yeah, bro.
what gas station
Have
you
you
got
been-
weed are you
have
fucking
you been-
taking, dude?
Some rhino dick pills and the fucking
Oh fuck, dude.
oh, good times. Dude.
Oh, shout outs to fucking Manny. That is so fucking funny, dude. Oh.
Yeah, that shit was.
The way he's standing too, it's almost like
It's
he's
so
like
good.
trying to show you it, dude. Like, hey, check this shit out.
He's
dude.
like. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna
shit.
take a picture. He's like flexing, fucking like.
He's like, hold on. He just like rubbed his fucking shit real quick, like got it all fucking ready, dude.
That's so good.
That's what I had to do, man. When I remember I was like taking nudes with this girl, and I like semi needed it because I was like hot, like scared to like show the whole thing, and I just like had to fucking rub it up against shit to make it look all proper and shit. You know, it just looked fucking like the worst fucking nude ever. I'm like, god damn it, dude, that's somewhere out there in the fucking world right now, man.
Oh, this one, dude, I got
Yeah,
banned for
yeah,
like
bro.
12 hours for that one. This one was
Oh
24.
fuck, dude, that is so fucking funny. That's god damn, dude.
I'm glad I remember that. That shit was funny. The best I got banned from Facebook for 24 hours.
The best part about this podcast is that wasn't planned.
No, I
Me
almost
and
forgot
Rico are-
about it. We
that's
didn't have
fucking
anything
cool,
to talk
bro.
about. That's why it started off so lame. Where I was just like, I fucking beat the system. I fucking dug out a big crunch with my bare hands. Like, it was all lame and shit. It started to turn for the better when I started making fun of my dad's girlfriend. Dude. That's when, like,
That's when we got all hyped again, dude. That's when life was back into our body, dude.
yeah.
Fucking shit, dude. Well, let's keep it with the FGC, dude. What's up with this fucking Red Rapper song? Bro?
Okay, you sent me this on what?
I think it was
Steam yesterday.
Yesterday.
I was like, I haven't heard that fucking kid. I haven't heard any of his shit in forever. But
feel
I
like I
have to
heard
say,
one.
dude, first impressions is that he looks a lot better, like health wise. Like he's like fitter.
Mhm.
He looks better. And the song is better than his old shit it was too. It's like more, I don't know, it's just pretty good.
It's got feeling to it. Like
It's pretty good.
you could tell that he was passionate about it.
I thought the video was cool too.
Oh yeah, it was a really good video.
He's like filming
All the
outside
clip
of where the
arts and
old.
shit.
Well,
Infinity Arcade and
no, that was outside of the old. The fuck's that called? What's it called? Super Arcade.
Oh okay.
That was outside of the old Super Arcade. You could see the windows and shit, but
I thought it was
it's not
cool,
Super
like-
Arcade anymore. Like not the old one. The
Okay,
one
okay.
from like before. Like Vi and Mike Watson had their like fucking breakup.
Damn.
Little spat
Yeah.
fit thing. Fucking, it was before they moved out of
What
that
happened,
location.
bro?
So that's like where he was at. So that's like where Wednesday Night Fights was held for a long
Okay.
time.
Okay.
During that era, which was like, you know,
Dude, talking
20,
about
20
all the Saul,
10
the
through-
Viscant, and fucking low tier God picture, like
No, I thought the video was good.
he
I
did
like
good. Dude.
I haven't seen that one clip. This is an old clip from a tournament, and like it has like Warhawk, and he's going, oh, like he's sitting on the floor, like by the stage, and there's
Mhm.
someone with the camera just recording like the reactions of some people, and like, dude, fucking whatever happened to Warhawk, dude? I remember that motherfucker. Like he was like the pretty good Gal player back in the day. And
That's what happens, bro.
that clip they used to play in tournament promotions like all the time to like to show like
the hype of like
some hypeness of it, you know, and it kind of showed all those old clips that I haven't seen in a long time. The only thing it didn't show was the like Tokido getting in front of the fucking
that was
projector.
the fucking coolest
Dude.
thing, dude.
That was the coolest.
That was like godlike.
But it showed a lot of old footage, and I haven't seen in a long time. And honestly, like I was like,
it breathed
this is
a
pretty
little
cool video.
hope in the scene for me.
It was a cool video, dude. I liked the video.
Like to see that people might even feel somewhat the same way as we feel. I felt kind of cool about that. Like the salt, the hate, like. That's what made it back in the day, dude. Like the rivalries, dude.
And it's
like,
funny because I played that guy a bunch of times.
That's so cool.
And I've never lost a game to that fool in my life.
That's even got
no, that's why it was funny. Is because
that made him a better rapper, dude.
Dude, it was funny because he just happened to play Ryu, and I was actually, as much as people like to shit on me, because one time I lost to fucking Sticky Pete at fucking Vincent's house because he was just playing like a fucking nut.
Yeah.
And I lost like a game, and everyone's like, "Oh, Sticky Pete's on the 5v5 team," like blah blah, making fun of me. I'm like, "Fuck you guys, dude! Like you play a psychopath, like who shows up to Vegas and like sleeps in like Sean's bed and like fucking makes him drive home afterwards. So, like you play that guy and tell me you don't like lose a game to him like once in a while. Like, get the fuck out of here." But yeah, man, and I remember one time I was about to lose to him. This was like the funniest shit. I was like gonna lose a game to that guy one time. I can't remember where the fuck we played at. I don't remember where we
wasn't
played
Wednesday Night Fights, was it?
No, I never went to Wednesday Night Fights. I had work. And at one time I went, I stayed up all night, and it was really sketchy.
I only went once too, and I did the same thing.
It was such a bitch.
I micro napped at work that's the first time I've ever experienced that.
We didn't get back until about 5:25. I didn't get back, so we dropped off. I dropped off Tamashiro. Or we got back to Tamashiro's house at like 4:30 in the morning, and then I drove from Temecula home, and it was like 5. You know, it took 15 minutes or whatever. So it was like 5 something, and I just went to work. And I was like, "Fuck this shit."
That's the first time I was awake, and then 5 minutes later, I was like, fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Dude,
yeah. And that's when I knew I was like, that's
fuck that, dude. I couldn't do it. But I think it was at a tournament. There was casuals there, and like he was gonna win a game against me. And he like tried to chip me out. Max distance, low forward, and the EX fireball should be like a block string or something, and like there was just a little gap. I like EX flash kicked through.
Holy shit! Oh my god, that's disheartening.
And I was just like, I can't lose to this guy. You know, it was like, shit was like too funny. You know, it was like it's so godlike.
That's cool that you've played him before, man. I actually think
his old songs are kind of whack, dude. This shit's actually pretty good.
It was pretty good. He talked a lot about like, what was it? There was one part I really liked about it too, dude. I like the part where he was talking about like, let's open arcades up again. I'll work fucking early morning shifts and late night shifts and shit. And it's like, people love the arcade. They miss that shit, dude.
There was a bar that I like how I said bar. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean like a lyrical like segment?
Yeah, I think so.
There was a part where he said, I still have a bag of arcade Infinity tokens I haven't used. I was like, damn, that's fucking
that's
too real, bro.
sick, dude.
That's too real, man. That's too real.
I think it was really cool
because you had to buy them in like nickel bag things. It was like a bag of like tokens, and like it was all candy cabinets. What was cool about Arcade Infinity, it was like Japanese arcade cabinets, and they'd take like yen tokens, but it wasn't yen. It was just these weird smaller tokens that they made, which had the Arcade Infinity like had the Infinity thing, and it said it was really badass. And like, and the thing is like I remember one time when I went there, I was like, I'm just gonna buy a huge bag because it was get cheaper the more you buy. So I bought a big bag, and then I didn't use them all. So then I just kept that bag, and then I went back and I'd go back. We went like I don't know how many times we went to Arcade Infinity, like 10 times maybe. I went up there by myself a couple times.
That's so badass.
That's the part that is different because like I would go up with like Chilang, me, Vincent, Chilang went up before. And I would go up there. It was gay as fuck. I drove up there and like, Charlene was going to school in
God.
Yeah, I know. But I would go up to Arcade Infinity and then just drive an extra like 20 minutes, and then we'd go like get some food or some shit, and then I'd go back and play at Arcade Infinity more, and then I'd drive home the rest like the way, and it was just an excuse to go out there and fucking play games. But I remember playing Tatsu there. Like when I remember Evil Ryu came out, like it was brand new, dude. Evil Ryu was like day one, and Tatsu's cool. I remember one time we went to. Oh, what the fuck, dude? That was like the most epic shit. That's whenever Manny got all pissed off. Was like, Manny's girlfriend's name was Becca. And
Becca's a bitch.
Yeah, and so that's what happened. Someone said Becca's a bitch, like just being stupid.
Just trolling, dude.
Because it's from fucking Superbad.
Yeah,
and
bro.
he didn't realize what was happening, and he freaked out and started screaming at people. And it was like, we were at Korean barbecue with like, it was me,
That's even more
Richard,
godlike,
Manny,
dude.
and then randomly Tatsu was there. I was like, dude, this is so sick. And then Stephen Wynn, I remember I was driving from the place we were at with Stephen Wynn as a T-Swizzle, and I was just like, going on this big rant. I was like, everyone thinks I'm fucking stupid. I was like, these motherfuckers are like, they're so dumb, they don't even realize like how stupid they are. I was like, yeah, sure, I'm stupid, but you guys are fucking stupider than fucking anything I've ever seen in my life. And then like, Stu Wynn is such a badass dude. He's like, you're right, dude. Like, they are all stupid. I was like, thank you, dude. He's like, he had my worldview for like 1 second, dude.
Dude, fucking hero, bro.
Legend, dude. T Swizzle's he's the man, dude. He's the only guy who made it out, dude. He's like, I'm gonna like buy a house for my family and like move to LA and live in like a shoebox so I can like make money and like fucking. He's a legend, dude. Real legend.
Never forgotten, bro.
Did something with his life, dude.
Congratulations.
Can't say that shit about fucking a lot of fucking people,
dude.
man. But Stephen Wynn is a fucking god. But yeah, that was a fun. I miss going to tournaments, man. I miss traveling to like tournaments that were bigger ones that were out of our like,
realm of
like out of San
travel.
Diego.
Yeah.
That was the funnest. Those were the funnest.
I think that was the cool part about his song too, is where he was talking about he misses tournaments and he misses hearing somebody like get called to play next and then ask someone to like use their stick because they like didn't bring it. Like I thought that was so cool. Like I was like, fuck, man. Like I do miss it. I miss all those times, dude. Like
yeah,
just fucking.
It was a pretty good song, man. I gotta say,
it made me relive some feelings.
It's not even brand new. It's like a month old or something, and I didn't even fucking.
I just watched.
know.
I just happened to watch Button Check yesterday, his new episode, and he just gave him a shout out and was like, "Yo, check out this song. It's pretty fucking sick."
Red Rapper, dude.
Yeah. And I was like,
fucking
dude,
badass.
that's pretty fucking sick song.
I
bro.
remember I bought the 25th anniversary like box set thing, and it had like the soundtracks for all the games.
Mm-hmm.
So like ST, OST, like original soundtrack. It had Alpha 3 original soundtrack with the fucking music sucked ass, and it was like boom. And it had the Third Strike one, which was good. It had all the games, and then it had it had 2 fan CDs, and Red Rapper had like 2 songs on there, and I was like, this is so epic. But no, there were some other songs that were good, dude. I don't know if you guys can find this shit, but there was a song on there called "Do You Really Want a Street Fight?" and it's like it was pretty cool fucking song, and I was like, okay, like I respect this shit. And it's like it's not like, you know, it's not like a tough like hardcore song or anything. It's just like a weird, do you really want a street fight? And then it would like talk about like, it was a cool song, dude. I can't remember.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll
Dude,
see if I
it
can
was
find
fucking cool. And there was another song called Vodka Golbowski, which was like, you know, the name for Zangief before they stuck with Zangief, and like that song was also very cool.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys. I'm sure there's a way to find those old CDs. I'm sure there's still some.
Yeah,
or
you might have it on YouTube. I'll look
shit.
it up.
But yeah, the "Do You Really Want a Street Fight" song was really good.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
I like that, dude.
But the Red Rapper songs were okay. And I just like, you know, I
respect
played it
somebody
out.
that's their narrative is what they love to do and to rap about fighting games in the scene, and that shit's kind of cool, dude. Like I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's different. Not a lot of people do shit like that. Like a lot of the guys in Pokemon, Shofu. I used to watch all the Pokemon ciphers and all the raps in there, and like you would just hear some creative ass shit. And I used to think it was so cool because people at work would be like, "What are they rapping about Pokemon and shit?" And it's like, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to make a rap song about a video game and make it sound somewhat cool.
It's cool when it's not a parody song.
Yeah.
I think when it's a parody song, it's like, dude, this is like low IQ bullshit. Like Oscar will have these playlists on Spotify where it's like nerd parody playlists where it's like it'd be like a Michael Jackson song, but they change the words to be like talking about Zelda or some shit. And I'm like, dude,
that's garbage. Actually,
yeah, that's. Can you kill me faster than I'm killing myself? Like these fucking rock stars and this fucking diet, it's like, just put 5 more songs on this playlist and I'll fucking jump off a building, dude. Like I'm fucking done, dude. Yeah. And then we're driving somewhere and just like playing this. And I can't find one redeeming quality of one song. There's not even one bar of one song that isn't just cringy, just shit. And I'm like, how can you be into this? But she loves it, dude. And I'm like, God
people love what they love, man. It's hard to justify it, or it's like,
insane. It's
damn.
insane, but good for her, dude. She's living her best life, losing her wedding bands. And shit,
dude. Megan was watching
sometimes
Real Housewives of Hollywood or whatever yesterday all day, and I just kept coming over and like shaking my head, or like just like I can't even believe you're watching this shit right now. Like sometimes people love what they love, and they don't even have a reason why they love it. They're just exactly. No, the most drama-y shit will start happening in there,
and all that's fucking reality
smile on her face, like she's just so hyped in it. I'm like, God damn it, dude! Like this is so bad.
Oh shit. Yeah, but
man.
Dude.
I gotta show you this song afterwards, dude. Shout out to Matt Houston and Shofu, dude. Spitfire, dude.
Okay, hold on. I'm bringing that up was Salty Santa had some good music.
No, fuck yeah.
His
dude.
fucking SoundCloud is hype as fuck, which is True Scott.
That's another guy who
was it. True Scott? What was his name?
Late Scott. And
he every once in a while there'll be a rhyme in there that had to do with like
his
Honda's
life,
100 like hand slap or some shit. I was like, yo, damn, this is fucking hype. I like that.
I have a friend named Tyshawn who's doing the same thing, and he's a really he can write some good raps.
Mm-hmm.
He's lyrical, and he'll rap about anime, video games, and it's not always. That's the thing about it. Sometimes there's people that only rap about anime and video games, but then there's someone that raps and incorporates a line or two, and you're like, damn, that was sick.
I like it better like that.
I do too. But
when it's like some hard shit, but then it just happens to like say something that you had to be like,
you almost have to know, and you're like, you know what I mean? You're like, what's up, dog? I caught that last one, dude. That was sick, dude.
Yeah.
But I also respect it when somebody makes something like Pokemon seem cool. Like the way these guys rap about Pokemon, I'm like, that guy's cool, dude. Like it gives me that like celebrity like, oh wow, that's fucking Shofu, the fucking Cypher guy, dude. Like, it's good, dude. That kind of shit, like, it's creative. It's kind of dangerous to do if you think about it. People make fun of you, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucking a risk, bro. And then you're putting it online, like, dude, fucking shout outs, dog. That's
you gotta be pretty fucking.
You gotta be pretty about yourself,
nerdy,
dog.
dude,
yeah,
to fucking be able to do that.
Wearing Pikachu hats and shit. I'm like, Shofu's fucking sick, dude. Like, that
that's why, like, honestly though, like, I hated the Paul brothers, dude. I still don't like them that much, but they're growing on me with all this like stupid celebrity boxing shit. Like when when Logan Paul went to the post fight Mayweather thing with the fucking
Charizard
on his neck, bro, I was like, you have to be super hardcore, fucking like, you're not doing that shit because like you think you're cool or something.
You're
like,
doing it because you must love it. So
yeah,
much.
like that is fucking crazy.
That's
like
balls, bro.
That's crazy.
That's
especially
cool.
like when you're like a millionaire and you're like hanging out with your like Lana Rhodes and shit. It's like, bro, you gotta be a fucking.
You show her a Pokemon card, she'll suck some guy off next to you, bro. You're like, damn it, dude. Like, I already fucked up
that guy. That she's like, dude, Logan's too much of a fucking nerd.
Yeah,
like, and like the homie was like, get lost in this.
That's what
shuffling the dick. He's like.
When keeping it real goes wrong, dog, that's one of those cases right there, dude. You let people in too much, they're like,
if Jake Paul gets knocked out by, dude, have you seen any of this shit? He's gonna fight Tyron Woodley, and during the whole press conference thing, they kept calling him Tyrone, and I was losing my fucking mind, dude.
Oh my god!
They're like, so Tyrone, like all this shit. I'm like, who the fuck is Tyrone, dude? Like, who is Tyrone?
You call him Tyrone, dog,
dude. This is like low key, like, and then Jake even said, I was like, bro, like his name is not Tyrone.
That's so epic, dude.
And like I swear he even corrected someone once, and then the whole. He kept calling it. I was like, "This is fucked up."
It's so fucked. That's the troll on Bert Kreischer. Everyone fucks his name up, dude.
What do they say?
Brett Kreischer, and that's Tom's favorite thing to do. Is he'll find these videos like on wrestling. I guess he promotes or does something with wrestling So they're always like giving him a shout out, but they always mispronounce his name. And Tom loves it, dude. He'll just save him and show him to him, and he's just so pissed every time. He's like, "I have the easiest name, dude." Like, it was so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. So
some people are just weird about pronunciations, dude.
Yeah, but Tyrone, dude, it's like, what the fuck is going on? So Tyron Woodley is actually a good. This isn't some washed Olympian wrestler who had no hands to begin with. Like, bro, this shit's gonna be squirrely.
I'm fucking excited, dude.
Jake could get sent to the land of wind and ghosts, and fucking is the paydays gonna just dry up, dude?
Maybe.
Is the whole campaign against like equal pay and like MMA and shit? Is it just gonna? Is that it? Is it over, dude? Jake Paul's gonna get fucking knocked out and it's over. It could be. But I mean,
dude, that's
Tyron Woodley's an older gentleman, but he's
scrappier than fucking shit or what? Dude?
I mean, he's got hands. He's not like a fucking poo butt. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be a big step up in competition. And who knows? I mean, I've been surprised before that this guy's like Jake Paul's a pretty tough guy, and he knows how to throw a fucking hard punch, and he's never had a big test in front of him, but I mean,
this could be his first.
It'd almost be better for like everyone if he wins.
Okay.
Because if he wins, then like some other fighter is gonna get another big payday.
I got
like some retired guy is gonna get a huge payday, more money he's ever made in his whole life, and this whole like campaign to like get the UFC to like pay more money to the fighters. Like that's like Jake Paul. All he does is tweet fucking Dana White like, when are you gonna fucking pay these guys? Like. Some guy in his third pro fight's like making your guys more money than they made their whole career like in your organization. Like he's just talking shit, dude. Like, and dude, I respect it, dude. I respect the fuck out of it.
You think about that kind of shit, dude, and it's like you're risking your life, kind of.
Well, do you really want to know?
You know,
I'll break it down for anyone who gives a shit. I know this podcast isn't about this, but like in MMA, the pay is in America. The pay has always been shit. Like it is dog shit. Like 10,000 to fight, 10,000 to win. Like that's not a lot of money in the UFC, dude. It's not a lot of money. But before, people used to be able to like deal with it because you used to be able to have your sponsors.
And they would
so you'd roll out this thing and have in your corner, and it would say Dethrone, Affliction, these stupid fucking Ed Hardy t-shirt knockoff fucking companies, and it'd be like Condom Depot, MP, Muscle Power, fucking. It would be all kinds of shit, and they'd make bank off of that. So they're like, hey, I made it to this promotion where I got all these eyeballs. I can actually make a lot of money on my sponsorships. I'll have it on my shorts.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my banner, and I'll make like $60,000
just on fucking
sponsors, and then I'll get paid like $10,000 to get my fucking ass handed to me, but I can live with that. Well, all the other promotions like Bellator and fucking all these other places still let you have your sponsors, but the UFC was like, we need to get that sponsor money. So they were like, okay, well, we'll no more sponsors for anyone. We'll give you
a percentage.
We're gonna get a major sponsor. So the first one was Reebok. They had like a fucking 6-year deal or something. It was like that. And Reebok, everything was branded Reebok. They would make T-shirts for like the popular fighters, but if you were just a poobah, you wouldn't get a fighter. You wouldn't get like a kit that had your shit on it. It was just a blank Reebok shirt, say your name, like screen printed on the back in like 5 minutes in a back room with the fucking iron.
Yeah, it's like still warm.
Yeah, it's like some ghetto shit. And then they were like, we'll give you guys like 1% of the like $100 million deal. So these guys got fucked.
That's so fucked up.
And they've been getting fucked. And they were like, we want to make it look professional. So we want to get Condom Depot off the fucking patch on your pants that's falling off and looks stupid as fuck. Like, but really they wanted a piece of they wanted all that money, and they would give you like a little, I mean, it was like 1% of it. That's serious.
So fucked.
It was fucked up. And that's why the people would have those water bottles with the Monster. So some guys would get sponsored by Monster, and Monster had a good relationship with the UFC, so the UFC would allow them to do their dumb little Monster thing. But that was it. And only like real popular people who would like suck fucking that Monster guy's dick. There was a big controversy about that shit too. It was like, what was his name? Something Mellencamp. Like this guy was an asshole. And like if you like did a fucking Instagram video where he like beat you up, he would like sponsor you, but if you were like, I ain't gotta like get beat up on some dumb fake
Yeah.
training video, like he would literally like roll with guys and be like, let me tap you, and then you'll get a fucking Monster sponsor. And like he had this like,
What a loser.
dude, this guy was a scumbag, dude. I mean, total fucking scumbag.
I can't believe that.
Exactly. And then they wouldn't even drink. They'd either have an empty Monster can,
Yeah.
or they'd have a water bottle with the Monster sticker on it, and they'd just be drinking water. And it's like, bro, they don't even believe in your fucking product.
No.
Hans Mullenkamp. Dude, look this guy up. He's a fucking scumbag, dude. Google this son of a bitch, dude. He's a fucking asshole. And so now there's a new. So they're like, we want all professional shit. So then there was a new bid for a new like sponsor, and now it's Venom, which is just like some MMA gear.
Right?
It's like, no, it's some
okay.
MMA gear thing anyway. So it's like that's what people were sponsored with before it went to Reebok. So it's like, wow, it was like Hayabusa, Venom. What's it called? These were like the MMA brand short companies that like you wear our shorts and we'll give you, and like, so now it's like, okay, now it's not Reebok or Nike, now it's Venom. Like, so what was the deal about like we want to make it look super mainstream and have some like Nike, Adidas, Reebok deal? No, you're going to some just MMA fucking random. They make fucking pads for your shin guards and fucking gloves and shit. Like, what the fuck are you, like, it's just a bullshit excuse.
Yeah, it was.
And they just wanted to wanted to take all the money and then give the people less, because they were like, dude, these guys are making all this money on sponsors. Like, we need to make that sponsor money. We don't need to be losing money giving free sponsorship. It's like total scumbag shit. And the worst part is now they're like, we don't want to make the shirts look cluttered and all this shit. Now with the last like 2 events, I've been seeing this, like all the fucking fighters wear these crypto.com t-shirts. They have a Venom shirt and it says crypto.com. And it's the only thing it says now. And you're like, oh, so you want to make it less cluttered and make it, no, you're fucking. And then I looked into it. They don't get paid anything. They have to wear that shit. They can't wear
get a piece of the
yeah,
pie,
and I
dude.
thought, oh, they'll get 1% of this crypto.com $100 million deal for like a year or whatever. No, they don't get anything for it. It's like, dude,
how long do you think that's gonna last?
so
bro?
as much as Jake Paul is a polarizing fucking asswipe, like he's actually like talking shit, like showing
in a
some
good way, dude.
light on some fuckery that's going on, and like, you know, best of luck to Tyrone Biggums or whatever the fuck, dude. What kind of like
That's pretty
Tyrone,
fucking
dude.
bad,
I
dude.
couldn't say his name right. It was fucking crazy.
It's fucking, you know, it's
Isn't
crazy
that a
too.
trip, dude?
It is a trip.
And people were like, why are you so conspiratorial about money and what's it called and all this FTC
People
shit? It's
don't
like, dude,
realize
because
that, dude. It happens everywhere.
follow the money, dude. You'll educate yourself beyond fucking what your comprehension.
I was
could possibly
watching 9 Club this week. It's a skateboarding podcast. They had Wee Man on.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty interesting, and he was talking about Jackass, dude, and why there was only 3 seasons of the show. And I always wondered why. I loved the show. I thought it was a really good show. And he's like, we were tired of getting paid nickels and dimes to do a TV show.
Where they could break their
Fucking
neck
die.
and die.
Like, yeah. So they were like, you either pay us this money or we're doing a movie. That's the only way we're continuing this. So he's like, all right, we'll do a movie. Because he knew that they had gold. Yeah. So they were going to make a lot of money, and these guys were going to make more money than they were making.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that side of it.
And it's fucking crazy because they, like, Johnny Knoxville will do another movie just to get these guys paydays because they're, like, dying in gutters, like, penniless. And he, like, actually made it out.
Wee Man's the only one that, well, him and Wee Man invested in businesses. He's Chronic Tacos. They're all over the world now. They're in Japan, bro.
That's so sick, dude.
He's such a beast, bro. I was like, dude, Wee Man's a smart man, dude.
He is, dude. Wee Man's
He's the coolest one, bro. He's the coolest one.
Dude.
Really good at skateboarding, fucking funny, dude. Like, always was like...
Isn't there a new Jackass movie coming out?
Yeah, they're talking about it, dude.
Okay, so it hasn't come
He
out
says
yet.
it's crazy, too.
Whoa, dude, I feel... Johnny Knoxville's got to take it easy, bro.
Yeah.
I know when they made that one, like, circus movie, what was it called? Something... It was, like, Nitro Circuit or something.
Is that when he did the backflip and the bike landed on his fucking dick?
There was a couple... Well, he got his eye knocked out of his head in that movie. When he got blown against the barn wall, supposedly his, like...
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, the Howard Stern fucking interview I was listening to, and...
Oh, my God.
His eyeball came out of his head, and they put it back in, and everything was fine, and then, like, towards the end of shooting, he sneezed in the bathroom, and it blew his eyeball out of his head again, and he just put it back in his head and, like, didn't tell anyone. And, like, he's just doing this shit to, like, give these guys paydays because, like, He's the only guy who made the pacifier afterwards, and like, or the ringer, or whatever. The ringer.
That movie probably fucked him up, though, dude.
Pacifier.
You know what I mean? Like, that movie was fucked up.
What,
dude.
the ringer?
Yeah.
Remember
dude.
that?
God damn it,
The
dude.
movie where he pretended to be like a Special Olympics
like
guy.
win it, he like rigged the whole thing, like, and in return, instead of winning, he like loved these guys. Like, it was the fucking weirdest movie, dude. Like,
That movie's it's like a fucking, it's like a guy like smurfing a fucking online tournament.
dude, the ringer, bro.
He's like pretending to be like a fucking.
He's like, I'm a girl.
Special,
dude.
yeah. Oh, dude, god damn it! Shout out to Johnny Knoxville, dude. He made us start doing. Like promoting, like I think he moved to LA from some. This was like the craziest story, dude.
Self fucking.
He was
tasing and pepper spray shit.
Yeah, they would like do these, and then they were like test out our bulletproof.
Yeah,
vest. And they made him put on a bulletproof vest and shot him like 3 times point blank. And they gave him like $6,000. He's like, I made it, dude.
He's so fucking crazy.
It's like the greatest fucking.
They asked Wee Man what the worst pranks are, and he's like, honestly, not knowing the nut kicks that you don't know are coming. He's like, you let your guard down for a second. He's like, there was one time in this movie where he got me good in the nuts, and he's like, I thought I was dying. Like, it hit him out of nowhere. He's like, I was standing, the next minute I was on the fucking floor wondering what happened and shit. It made me laugh so hard. I'm like, dude, that really, dude, like, all the extreme stunts, all the kicks in the nuts, bro. Those ones are so bad.
They shaved everyone's pubes, and they did that bit where they were like gonna put a beard on the guy, and then like, and he's like, "Is it legit looking?" We're like, "Yeah, dude."
Oh shit!
That shit was fucked up,
dude. That shit is so good.
Or when they like ring the doorbell and that like random airbag blows up in their faces, or like, you know what I'm talking about? You remember that one?
I don't know.
And it would just knock people out.
I remember the one where Wee Man was coaxing people over to this like window or something, and they'd go and it was just a fucking punching glove that would punch them in the fucking face. And they just stupid shit, dude. Like it's the simplest stuff sometimes, man, that just really gets you, dude. And what's the guy? Safety Andy or something. What's his fucking name, dude? It's funny. He's the one that always wears the helmet, and they like make him do like really crazy things. And, like back in the day on the Jackass show, he'd like get on a scooter, Danger Aaron, and he'd ride down a grass hill on a scooter and just eat so much shit and just be tumbling down this. And he'd like get up and be like, man, that one jacked me up. Like it would just make me laugh so hard.
I saw some clickbait article the other day on something where they were like, was this guy taken advantage of?
It was on Steve-O's podcast. They had him on there and they were talking about that. He was the butt of a lot of people's jokes.
He was like
he was
the whipping boy, dude.
Even after filming. Even when filming was done, they'd be fucking with him still. And, it kind of fucking got to him, dude. But he did the fucking craziest stunt, though. When they fucking tied his tooth to the plane, or it was a car or something, and they ripped his tooth out of his fucking head that wasn't loose. Bro, it cracked his whole fucking skull, dude. It fucked him up. And when you watch that, he screams like it wasn't like... That was fucking scary. I watch that now and I'm like, oh my god. That must have hurt so bad.
That's insane.
It was incredible, dude. That guy was like not afraid, dude. Like, he did some shit, man. The rocket skates, dude. Who did that one? Johnny Knoxville. That was the best one, dude.
Well, it's crazy because when we were little kids, dude, we would fucking mimic that shit. We're like, put us in a shopping cart, like we're all sitting in the hill. We're like, oh, like trying to be
all
cool,
fucked up, dude. Remember we would ride skateboards down my hill and like fucking. I remember I used to do this thing where I would stop cars and like fake throw up in front of them, just stick my fingers down my throat and like puke, just for no reason. Like it was fucking stupid. Yeah, just like stop them. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, and like walk away. They're like, it was like so stupid, but we would freak the fuck out, man. We just were fucking little hellraisers, dude.
That's so funny, dude.
That's the worst generation, dude.
We did such bad influences on the youth, dude. We were like, I want to grow up. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a guy on Jackass.
Yeah, I want to be kicked in the nuts for fucking 6 years.
Don't you ever say that, dude. It's like Billy Madison when the kid's like, I can't wait till I get to high school.
Yeah, he's like, don't ever grow up. Don't ever. That's the best part, dude.
That Monica Vaughn is one piece of age.
I know from experience. He's like,
no, you don't.
Well, I know a guy who knows from experience.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, a friend of mine heard, God, No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Well, you can imagine how it would be. Yeah, he's just like...
Was that Chris Farley's last movie, dude? I swear it was.
I think it might have been, dude. I watched his documentary on YouTube, man. That was a good fucking doc, dude.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
He's you get to see his family. I've never seen his brothers. I've never seen his dad. They all look the same. It's so fucking sick.
I watched Beverly Hills Ninja the other day. Dude, that movie's so fucking...
The part where he gets that mustache thrown back on his face with that BB when his brother, like... He's just like, oh! He's just like, yeah. That shit makes me laugh every time.
And Liu Kang, dude. Liu Kang is such a legend in that movie.
He is so good. And the ancient technique he tries to use to, like, pass that guy out when they're in the office, remember? He's just like, oh, what are you doing? He's like... It's the biggest troll movie, dude.
And like Chris Rock is just this like fucking
he's like on the fucking like palm tree and shit. Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's the
good.
Best bad though. I don't know what.
I like when the girl
about
shows up at the dojo and he's supposed to be watching everything, and then he's like trying to be cool, and he like
lights the scrolls on fire. Like,
dude, oh my god,
so good, man.
It's so embarrassing for me, dude.
He's so fucking cool. No, that was the fucking funniest movie. Or the simple shit in that movie where he keeps taking his shoes off in front of the fucking hotel, and the guy just sweeps him up every day.
Yeah,
it's so stupid, dude. Oh, I fucking love that movie, dude. Shout out to Chris Farley, man. Another one that we always Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes.
It was one with Matthew Perry and Chris Farley, and it's supposed to like they're trying to beat Lewis and Clark to exploring the world, and they're like trying to like get the recognition before they get it. It's just a really troll movie, dude. Oh, it's so fucking funny.
If I had to like, suggest movies on the podcast, like Tommy Boy is probably the best of all the Chris Farley movies. Tommy Boy, it's just the right amount. It's not too like Beverly Hillbilly Ninja is pretty.
It's a troll.
Or
It's
Beverly
too much
Hills
of a
Ninja
troll.
is too trolly, but like Tommy Boy is like actually like a serious movie.
It's a good movie.
It's just funny as shit.
It's a comedy.
And then the other one I like is
sad.
Black Sheep.
Black Sheep's so...
The ones with David Spade,
right?
dude. Yeah.
David Spade's the best.
But
though,
there's
dude.
something about... Tommy Boy's the one where the bad guy is played by fucking... Oh my god. What's his name? Rob Lowe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
The best fucking movie.
That guy doesn't get old, dude.
No.
He looks great.
He just keeps getting younger, bro.
Pretty much.
He's a fine wine, bro. He just ages well, dog.
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah, man. Because he was in some...
he was in The Outsiders.
That's what
dude.
it was. He was in The Outsiders.
He was in The Outsiders. And Patrick Swayze is dead. And this guy looks like he did in that fucking movie. Well, look at all of them. Look at Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
He looks pretty young and like... but fuck, the only one that... even Tom Cruise, he doesn't age much. I don't know if, like, Scientology is just, like, throwing all their money at this guy to not age or, like, keep it going. But Rob Lowe's outdoing him, dude. And it's just because he's, like, what? He's, like, straight edge now or some shit, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I always forget the guy who played in Karate Kid. What's his,
LaRusso, dude?
Yeah, what's his real name, though?
Oh, fuck.
He looks pretty good for his age, too, man.
He's got wrinkles. Rob Lowe
He does.
doesn't
That's
have
very true.
wrinkles,
That is
bro.
very true.
Like, he just looks normal.
Rob Lowe's in, like, a fucking show. Like, a recent show. And I remember watching it and thinking that, too. Like, God damn,
Was
this guy
it
looks
Parks
good.
and Rec?
I think that's what it was.
Parks and Rec's alright.
I don't really...
Yeah.
I'm, like, boring, though. I don't really like anything, dude. Like...
Yeah.
Like, The Office, fucking kill me, dude. Fucking Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec, it's alright.
Trailer Park Boys, I tried to watch. There'd be, like, one part I thought was funny, but...
You know what was good was Workaholics, dude.
Fuck yeah,
Did you see the Workaholics movie that they made?
Fuck yeah, we Megan laugh so hard.
No, it wasn't.
Dude.
It wasn't actually a Workaholics movie. It was like a movie that they made after Workaholics.
The zipline part, right, where they had to like get across the zipline for like some shit.
There was like they were at like an office party and there's like a terrorist takeover.
Yes,
it's like Die Hard, and the best part is when the guy, bro, that scene. When he pretends to like auto asphyxiation himself, and it's just him with his dick out, and the guy's just like, bro. I was losing my fucking mind when that happened. Dude, I was, and then the guy's just like, check it out, dude. And then he's all like, gotcha, you want to fuck or whatever. And then they start like making it almost like the two terrorist guys start like fucking in the. It was so bad. And then they kill both of them somehow. And it's just like randomly, like it's so fucking stupid, dude.
Oh my god, no.
Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's like, and like they hide in the two spots to hide, and he doesn't know what to do, so he just like pulls his dick out of his pants and like. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Those guys are geniuses, dude.
Hold on, I gotta fucking find the name of this movie so I can. This is the movie to watch. If you haven't seen this shit, dude,
yeah, you have to check that one out.
Watch this shit.
I think it was on Netflix randomly, and we were like, I always told her about Workaholics. So I was like, we have to watch this movie, and it was so fucking funny, dude.
And like Workaholics, it was kind of a shitty show, but it's actually kind of funny.
It was like good shitty, yeah.
The movie was called Game Over Man.
That's what it was.
And it has an 18% on Rotten Tomato. And like, it's shitty, but that
scene alone, dude, was worth it.
Is
you have to see it.
If they gave, pretty much. It is fucking insane, dude. It is so funny.
They did some pretty raw stuff on Workaholics, though, too, dude. My brother's favorite episode was the Rat Busters one, where they had the house full of rats, and they just went on a fucking... They're, like, moving out, and they're like, we should call an exterminator, and they're like, Rat Busters, and they just, like, put boxing gloves on and, like, hockey sticks, and they're just, like, beating these rats up, just, like, exploding them all over the house and shit. Just so fucking stupid, dude. Like,
dude, the whole show is retarded. I mean, it was the stupidest show, but I liked it. I thought it was funny. I used to
love it, dude. I'd watch it all the time. I haven't watched it in a minute, though.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen it in like a million years. But there was the episode where he's like, which Ninja Turtles would you be or whatever? And they're like going through
You'd be Danny's bitch ass, dude. Yeah, that's the... I'm Leo. He's like, nah, you're that one bitch Danny, dude. that made me lose it, dude.
Dude, that episode's pretty good. They're like trying to get their car back from like a fucking impound lot, and they're like going through the sewers. Like, I can't remember exactly what the fuck is going on.
Bites the tires.
Like, it's like it's so fucking
and they all steal something of each other's.
Yeah.
It was like Durr's hair product, fucking what's his name's boxers and shit, like the condom, the extra large condom and shit. Like, it was so funny, bro. That was the best fucking... That one, and then the one where they all fell in love with that fucking sex worker on that fucking website. You remember that? They all promised they were going to beat off to her. And they like... It was so fucking funny, bro.
Dude, that show was...
It was pretty creative,
dude. Pretty good. Yeah, it was different.
For that time, like, that sort of humor, like...
I don't even think you can make it now.
No.
And it wasn't even... Dude, it's like 8 years old.
I know.
10 years old. You couldn't even make it now.
The one where the boss pulls his dick out in front of them to, like, mind fuck him. Do you remember that one? And then they all pull their dicks out in front of him. Like,
it's like the Boy Scout thing, right? It's like, you gotta show each other your dick. And then, like, he tries to do it to, like, their friend that works.
He's like, look at it. It's not even that big, is it? Kind of pathetic, right? They're like all mind fucked and shit. Like, it's so good, dude.
Or the one where they're like the boss. Okay, no, there's one of this is the best one. The one where like
I know what you're talking about.
The boss, like they have a boss, and then there's like a regional boss guy, and he shows up there, and then he's trying to kill himself, and they save his life. And then they're all mind fucked. They're like, "Hey, dude, we did it! Like, we're gonna be." And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, I was trying to kill myself or some shit. Like, it was so funny, dude. I thought that shit was.
I thought you were about to talk about the one where they found I don't know if it's a coworker of theirs, and they like look at him through his window at his house, and they like see him suck his own dick. And they're all like, teach us how to do it. He's like, you don't want to go down that road. And they're like, yeah, we do. It was the fucking craziest shit, dude. Yeah, that show, man, is out of fucking control.
It is. It is out of control, dude.
Fucking Workaholics, dude. Goddamn, never forget, dude. It was like super bad, kind of like it kind of
it was
vibes, dude.
It was funny and it was grungy. Like it was like naughty, bro. You were like, they're like weird tweaker boss chick who's all like, I don't know why she was hot, dude. She was fucking.
That one episode where Durr's almost like gets with her too.
Yeah,
I was like,
get it, fucking.
Yeah. Oh man, dude.
Smush, dude.
Take her to the smush room, dude.
Smash, dude.
Schnucky white smush. The fucking
bump bugs or Uggs or whatever.
Uggs,
whatever you fucking cool kids say these days, dude.
Oh my god, dude, that's so fucking real though.
Bumping bugs, dude.
Fucking Workaholics, dude. Yeah, man. I don't know why that movie was so fucking good though. That scene must have been it, dude. Game over, man.
That movie was fucking stupid
insane
as fuck, but that scene in that movie was...
Sometimes it takes a movie like that, though. Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure we talked about it before, but Sandy Wexler, dude, that one was a shot in the dark. That one fucking snuck
It really
up on
was,
me, bro.
dude. We had no expectations.
Oh my
If
God.
anything, we were like, yo, this movie's gonna suck. And then we watched it, and there was some parts in that were just undeniably
We couldn't
funny.
even handle it,
We
dude.
were fucking losing our minds in that shit. When he kills the raccoon with the bat, dude.
It's just that. I know you're scared, because I'm fucking scared. That was like the best shit, dude.
She's like, what's all this red stuff all over you? He's like, it's nothing. Some kid's like,
it was a raccoon. I got him to run away. He's back with his family now. Yeah, it was like the biggest fucking troll, dude.
like bashed his fucking brains in. It was like, oh my god.
Oh, man. Him and his fake laugh, dude. Yeah, it was like the best shit, dude. They're like, dude, you know you don't have the fake laugh. That was like an actual funny joke. He's like, what? He's like,
Hey, Arsenio. It's like running away.
it kind of reminded me of fucking Little Nicky a little bit, right? That, yeah.
But it was good. Little Nicky's a fucking shitty ass movie.
I don't know why I love that movie so much. That one's so fucking funny. For some
I can't
reason,
agree
dude.
with you on this one, though. I think Sandy Wexler, like, and it's weird too, because I've watched it since then. I'm like, you know what? It's just okay. But
Yeah.
that scene,
If you're not expecting that, yeah, you're
dude,
gonna
yeah.
fucking lose it.
If you were just trolling Netflix and you're like, fuck it, let's watch this shit. I mean,
Let's hope it's not Click 2.0. I don't want to cry tonight,
it's
dude.
sneaky funny.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
just, yeah, no, it was good. Yeah.
Those sneaky movies, bro. They're fucking good shit, though, man.
Oh yeah.
Not too many good ones that have come out recently that have really made me react like
What was that movie that like won Best Picture was Parasite? Dude, that movie fucking sucked.
What movie
ass.
was that about?
It's like some Korean movie where like these people pretend that they're like higher society made type people. They like and they just like work their way into this family by being like a babysitter, and the dad becomes a chauffeur, and like it's kind of crazy, but like it's an okay movie.
Mm-hmm.
And but I mean, Best Picture? Like, I mean, really, guys? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Like, it's a hard sell for me. I mean, was it better than Nomad? Probably was. Yeah, sure, but like, that was what won last year. And, you know, it's just a movie about some lady shitting in a bucket or something. So, like, I guess it's got to be better than that. I mean, like, there's something a little more substantive than plot development and shit. Like, sure, but fuck, man, I gotta tell you, this movie was hyped up, and I think it might just be it. If the movie's hyped up and you watch it compared to if you have no expectations,
That's the truth.
I was like, this movie is not that good, dude. Parasite was just, it was shockingly fucking just mediocre, and I was like, it's like someone's never seen a foreign film before. Or
Yeah.
something. It's like they've never seen a movie that
was just so cutting
it's like, wow, it just wasn't like anything you'd see in America. It's like, yeah, well, like,
That's
have you
why
ever
it's an
watched a
international
fucking
movie.
Korean movie before? Dude, some crazy shit happens in these movies. Like, that's not that. It wasn't that good.
We watched, I don't even know where it was in the world, dude. A French Netflix movie, or it was an original series they made called Marianne, and it was like a horror about.
Dude, the French can fucking.
Bro,
throw
I've never seen something so scary in my life.
Have you ever seen High Tension?
No, dude.
Fucking fuck. The French are scary ass motherfuckers.
Dude, their minds work on a different level.
They are on another level, bro.
Holy fuck,
These French
man.
movies are
It
scary.
was on Netflix. I'm like, it can't be that scary. Dude, I couldn't sleep for like 3 days and shit. I was like, God damn it, dude. Like, it was fucking terrifying. It was kind of good, though. It's like a girl that, like, grew up in this town where creepy shit happened, but she, like, blocked it out of her head, and somehow she coped with it by creating these books that were kind of like Harry Potter-ish, but it was, like, more like this witch in this town, and she thought it was just something she created, but it was something that happened to her as a kid, and, like, it starts to, like, come up again in her life, and she, like, goes back to the town. Bro, it is so creepy.
It's like some
dude.
it shit.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Group of friends, they're all grown up now. It was fucking crazy, dude.
We watched Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or whatever the other day. It was alright.
Is that the one about the book?
It's the one, oh yeah, there's like a It's the book Scary Stories.
Yeah.
It's like a movie about them finding the book in the house and like it getting written in like blood and like the story comes true and like the scarecrow guy, like the jog.
The scarecrow guy was scary.
Did you watch that movie?
I've never watched the movie. I've read the books. Though,
oh yeah,
I know all the stories.
The movie was, I mean, it was okay. I remember it being kind of like, I was like, it was. No, there was like a Mexican character in it. Like the whole movie's like racist as fuck, bro. And like in the movie, they're trying to make it be like, this is 1970s America, and they're like calling him like wetback and shit. And I'm like, oh man, this is like kind of fucked up. But then like whenever the movie takes any like, what's the word? Like liberties to like develop his character, like they make it worse, dude. God, like he breaks into the house and I'm like, why is the Mexican kid gonna break into the house? Like he picks the lock and I'm like, okay, like
it's like 2 Takis, he's like grounded down.
Yeah, I was like, alright, whatever. And then he pulls and then they're trying to use like cut something and he pulls out a switchblade. I'm like, really? I'm like, what next? Like he's gonna fix his legs.
You know, we got all this meat here. We need to eat it. With some stars. He like pulls out a corn tortilla. He's like,
bro, it was. I was like, what is happening? I was like, this is fucking crazy. So like, yeah, I mean,
we need like a shoe that doesn't have laces. He has like a chancla on. He's like,
I was like, is this a fucking comedy or a fucking scary movie, bro? Like, no, it was alright. It was alright.
I'll have to check that out. I actually wanted to see it because I saw a preview of it and I was like,
it was gross.
What?
There was a spider thing freaked me the fuck out. I don't like the spider shit.
I don't like spider shit.
Anytime there's some spider shit, I'm just like checked out.
Yeah, that shit fucking freaks me out.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll dodge it.
Yeah,
like the girl's face starts
dude, that's exactly what I'm talking
crazy, and then like she's like, what is that? And like a little black thing starts poking out.
Oh,
like,
don't.
It's like a hair or something, and she starts pulling on it, and like it gets sucked back in, and all these spiders like burst out of her face. And it's like, God, I was like, no, fuck this.
So, we were talking about the Scorpion King at work.
Like the Rock movie?
Well, that's the crazy part, was I remembered the Mummy version, which he was the Scorpion King in that movie, right?
Maybe.
He was. And then they did a spin-off of it called The Scorpion King, where he played the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
And I didn't even remember that. I didn't even know they made a movie called The Scorpion King.
They made more than one.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, they made like 5 of them. And I think only 2 of them were with Dwayne Johnson.
Well, we were talking about
underrated movies.
I made this observation where I was like, I thought that those Mummy movies were kind of scary.
Oh, the first one's good, dude.
And this girl was like, she's kind of a darker girl though, and she's like, those movies weren't scary. Like, oh, they were fucking like a pussy movie. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, those beetles going into people's fucking skin, like that freaked me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, like in Esco, like you'd be watching the movie and like rats would be like crawling underneath your feet, like, oh,
like a rat in your skin. You just see this tail. Like,
you're just like throwing popcorn like down, and the people in front of you, they like go down and
go to them, yeah. Check it out over there, dude. Yeah, that shit was fucked up, man. Anything in skin, yeah. Well, spider. I've seen spider shit like that too.
But when we watched that movie, we were little kids, and like, I mean.
That shit, when he became a person again.
And the thing is, like, when I was a little kid, we used to rent scary movies all the time. When it got too much, I would just, like, do one of these things, you know?
Yeah.
But when I was old enough to, like, and it wasn't so scary that I'd have to, like, close my eyes. But it was scary enough to where you could, like, just watch it. And it was creepy, man. Those Beatles were fucking scary, bro. They were. Whenever
he was, like, turning more human-like. Yeah. And he was half undead, half human. And there's that like beetle crawling on his face. And he like crunches it, and you like see him chew it through his like whole mouth and shit. And you're like,
dude, the CG in that movie is insane.
Fucking pretty good, dude.
Pretty good.
At the time, man, that was mind blowing to me.
When they're like flying the like airplane and like the fucking sands like coming towards like, and they're just like. Dude, Brendan Fraser's just a fucking legend, bro. Brendan Fraser and that like real handsome like.
We were saying that too. Everyone in that movie was good looking except for the fucking brother of that girl, dude.
He's just like some
the goofy
bloke, like some British.
Even the little kid in the second one, he was like a good looking little kid. You're like, dude, where do they find all these good looking people, dude? Like, what the fuck, Hollywood, I guess, man. Like,
yeah, Brendan Fraser is. When he was in his
bedazzled
prime, he was pretty badass looking.
He was a beast, bro.
He aged out pretty. He got old looking fast.
That happens sometimes.
But in like Airheads, dude,
oh my
he's just a fucking heartthrob, dude. He's like 10 feet tall, and he's just like
ripped and just fucking ready, dude.
Just fucking fist pumping like Rodney King, Rodney King, Rodney King. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, Chester. Fucking.
Oh my god, dude. No, that's
I
fucking
want
real,
your
dude.
body. And the girl's like, we love you, Chaz. He's like, yeah, dude. That movie's so fucking sick, dude. That's such a good movie.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Brendan Fraser, dog. Never forget, dude. He
He's
was
a
in
fucking
George of the
legend.
Jungle, wasn't he?
And there was like a Brendan Fraser knockoff. Yeah, he was.
I fucking remember that.
There was a
too.
Brendan Fraser knockoff who was like, he was from like Sliders, or remember that show where like the people went into like other dimensions? It was a sci-fi show back. I mean, it might even been a sci-fi show. You never seen Sliders?
I don't think I have.
Bro, that show.
I'll have to check that one out.
I don't know. There's like one season.
Fucking hype as fuck.
It was
yeah.
pretty good. It was pretty good. It was like a group of people that accidentally went into like another dimension,
Okay.
and then they would dimensional travel trying to find their way back to the dimension that was their home.
That's terrifying, actually.
And like it was fucked up because like they find one that was just like it, but like his gate like at his house is like always squeaking, and then like he goes to like
open it
and it
didn't
like
squeak.
didn't squeak, and he's like, fuck.
Oh, not that good, dude.
But then like there was something about like the dad's like, I finally got to like lubing up that gate in the front, like, or some shit. You're just like, yeah. It's just like a crazy ass show, bro. I was like, yo, this show is fucking. I think it was called Scanners or Jumpers or Loopers or.
Well, there was a couple movies like that, Jumper,
Hold on, I'll figure.
where
it
they
out.
would like enter. But they would like
we need to have an audition for like a producer.
We
Just, like,
definitely
Google
do.
shit and like put stuff up on the screen.
we
dude.
definitely do, and I'm so glad you just said that right now.
What's it called? Okay,
You
go
said
ahead.
Sliders.
Sliders.
So I listened to this podcast,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he has a little engineer guy named Riley Mao, and he's like the epitome of a smart Asian kid. Doesn't ever really make jokes, says everything matter of fact, like he's like almost dead on the inside kind of. And their banter between each other is the most funny interactions I've ever seen on a podcast. Because you know when they're doing reads, oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen that show, dude.
I don't remember the guy from Indiana Jones, the Turk guy
What
being
the
in it.
fuck,
Yeah, this is like
dude?
epic as fuck. It's like a crazy ass show, bro.
I'll have to check
I
that
swear it was
out.
like one season or something. It was good, man.
That's so legit.
It was good.
But he has this guy on this podcast that puts up all the videos, does all the fucking shit for him, and he'll just do random things like, you know when they do like reads for their fucking Liquid Death or like what's the fucking Viagra thing that they do, Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
He'll read those as sponsors, right? And he'll be like,
reads them, or
well, he'll do his little like bit. Like Theo Vaughn will be like, what has he said? Like, what's the Manscaped? He's like, Manscaped. He's like, it's the best fucking razor you ever had. And he's like, you got pubic hair around the mouth? And the kid's like fucking 25. He's like, yes, I do. He's like, all right. Like, it's just so awkward and weird. Like, they just have this weird banner. And like, he's talking about this one part where he's like, Theo Vaughn's like, we used to work construction, and every day Sugar Ray's I Wanna Fly would come on. And he's like, whenever that would happen, those welders would make us stop working and they'd make us dance, and they'd be fucking torching us like, dance, monkeys, dance. And I just thought it was so funny. He goes, you ever listen to that song, Riley Mao? And Riley Mao's like, no, I haven't. And he's just like, we really got to get you out more, buddy. Like, it was just the funniest fucking thing I'd ever heard. I'm like, I was like, I want something like that. Like, you see everyone, like, the guy on Tim Dillon's show, I always forget his name.
that guy's the best, dude.
I like him because he
Brian
laughs.
or whatever. Yeah.
He really. There's another one too on Hey Big we were talking about. They have a guy called Homeless Pimp. He's the same way. He'll just laugh the whole time, and it makes it almost better, you know.
Yeah.
But this is so different that it was fucking refreshing, and it just made me laugh so hard. And it's kind of cool because you can tell they really have a good relationship. Because I was like, man, he's almost like poking fun of this kid, dude. You would think he'd be like pissed off or something, you know. But he keeps coming back, bro, and like keeps making podcasts with them.
Sometimes I think it'd be cool to have a person like that, but then sometimes I was a big Howard Stern show fan.
Fuck yeah.
And he would have his own board, and everything, all the random noises,
He
and
would
he would do them all.
That's
dude.
how Tom Segura
And
is.
he was just like he was a master at just playing funny, fucking stupid.
That's old radio shit. Because
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, pretty much though.
Opie and Anthony did the same thing. But they would have it. their timing was impeccable.
Yeah.
They would play a sound clip right after someone would say something that would just make it so funny. Like, it was insane.
It's
like,
it was just game changing.
It's a skill, bro.
That was like the first. It was like a. I mean, like the. It was almost like a podcast before. It was like a podcast.
I think that's what radio shows kind of were.
It was like just a bunch of people just talking for a long time,
bullshitting, watching funny things, roasting people, doing fun games.
But it was just on the radio.
Yeah,
and they'd have like, I mean, it was a good show, dude. It was a good show, and it was crazy because like, it was just fucking wild. Dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
What's his name? It was really fun.
Once it all went to satellite, it was
the satellite
to the fucking sky, dude. They let them do whatever the fuck, dude.
I mean, they got in trouble though, didn't they? A couple times on satellite.
But that's the problem. It's like they let you loose, and then you just get even.
Well, the FCC would always like be fining Howard Stern, and like wasn't the big thing with the Opie Anthony? Didn't like people? They're like, go have sex in public and call in.
They went to a church,
and some people called it from a confession booth, fucking, and on the radio, like some cop was there and caught them.
It was fucking crazy,
and it was like a big deal.
Not only that, but they used to do this thing called assault on the media, where they would like. It sounds so bad. Like, you think about it now, and you're like, oh my god! But they would entice their viewers to like find these news channels, and when they were filming anything, they just wanted them to like say like, Opie Anthony, and like all the fucked up shit that they would say, like fucking hawk to see titties and all this fucking shit.
The Baba Booey fucking.
But it turned into this thing where they were like really assaulting the media, bro.
Like punching.
This guy took an air horn and just like blew this guy's ear apart and shit. It was insane, dude. And they laughed, but they were like, yeah, they shouldn't have let us do that. Like,
yeah, well, that was
out of control.
That was like the whole Howard Stern thing was like, Baba Booey, like so like whenever like a it'll be like Tiger Woods like from the ninth hole, like what's it called? It's like dead silent, and you just hear go Baba Booey, and he goes looking shit, and then they like throughout the whole year they'd like play all the like, or every like 3 months they'd like compile all the things where they'd say Baba Booey and like play it on the show. It was I mean, dude.
I liked radio.
I love listening to fucking radio.
It makes me laugh.
It makes time go by so much faster.
No,
like,
it does.
We'd always have XM on the ranch truck, so like I'd always listen to fucking
some trolly ass shit.
Yeah, but like the interviews were good too.
Hell yeah. I mean? But they had some real people on there too, man. Like I thought the cool part was that they would like interview people that were random. Like sometimes like the
Well, didn't Anthony Cumia get? Or that Opie Anthony in trouble. That's why they got in trouble. They had some random homeless person on their show when they went to satellite, and he was like, I'm gonna rape Condoleezza Rice and fucking like kill Hillary Clinton or something. And then fucking they got like banned from.
That's insane.
Yeah, and they were just like, it'd be funny to hear like a homeless person, like what's in the mind of a homeless person. He's like, I'm coming for your Condoleezza Rice.
That's what they would do though.
And at the time, she was like the fucking she was in the cabinet for George W. Bush.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Condoleezza Rice. She was the Secretary of State.
I think so.
Yeah.
They used to do this thing where they would make people famous. So one of them was a lot of homeless people. They'd bring them on the show and they'd make them do bits, and they became like celebrities.
So it's like what the Rat Pack was for Howard Stern, like fucking
exactly.
Tan Mom.
They had Stalker Patty, that was one of theirs. Opie Anthony, and she's just a weird looking girl that like was like a homeless lady, and they'd make her always get naked and do like fucked up shit. Like they gave her $1,000 worth of checks, like. I think it was like 10 different checks, and they like put them all around these rat traps, and she was like naked and shit to like grab them.
That's
like
that.
It's so fucked up.
That's fucked up.
But they had this one homeless guy on. I think his name was Alpha Wolf. He was next level, and he wrote this song about being homeless. It was so godlike. Like Patrice O'Neal cried listening to it. Like he was like, that was fucking deep, dude.
Yeah, no, those radio personalities from like that era of like the Whack Pack and fucking the multiple generations where like they find these people, they become like Howard Stern celebrity type people, and they end up dying because they always had these fucked up health issues.
Fucked up, yeah.
And it was kind of fucked up because you're like, oh, they're exploiting these like really these poor people with all these problems, and it's like Yeah, kind of, but at the same
They're also
time,
doing a
it's
good
like
thing, too.
they're kind of giving them some, like, they're giving them something.
Yeah.
It's not like a one-way.
They're not taking it.
It's not exploitive to like a terrible degree.
It gets to a point where like... Yeah.
Like the Wendy, what was her name? That was like one of the funniest people on the Howard Stern show. It was like, fuck, what was her name? Something Wendy, and like she was just crazy. And they'd be like, what? Like,
Just
and like she would just,
up.
yeah, no, they'd be like, hey, like, would you do this? She'd be like, yeah. Or like, would you eat cereal? Yeah. Would you? What's it called? Yeah. Would you eat cereals out of Jimmy Kimmel's asshole? Yeah. Would you take the shit and like smear it on your titties or something? She'd be like, yeah. And then you'd be like, would you go to the zoo? She'd be, no. And you're just like, she was just crazy. Like, and it's like, is this really funny? And it's like, yeah, it's pretty fucking funny.
Well, Stalker Patty for Opening Anthony, it was funny. They always had her on, but they go into the origin stories, and he's like, yeah, dude, we like brought her into a radio show once, and then like 2 weeks later, I'd be on the train, and she'd be on the same train as me, and like she just stalked the hell out of him, bro. But she was super nice, and they like knew that they needed to like help her out a little bit. They had another guy not recently. This is an old radio show, but I just listened to this episode last week. They have this guy named Twitchels, who's a comedian that has Tourette's really bad. Uh-huh. So they do all these bits where they like make him drink like 8 rock stars, and then like fucking like try to get him to like not do a Twitch or like do his little episode, and like they all bet on how long he'll last and shit.
Yeah, the little game show thing.
But they did this one last time where they made him drink rock stars, and they made him play Operation. They were like betting on which one he wouldn't get out. Like, it was so funny, dude. And like, he's such a good sport about it, and like, it really, dude, he's like, he does comedy too, and it's kind of like not funny, and that makes it more funny because he tries to do a stand up on their show, and they're just like ripping him apart. But he got so many more like followers coming to his shows, and like he was like, dude, you guys have done a lot for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was cool, dude. Like, they poke fun at him, but at the same time, they're definitely hooking those dudes up too.
Definitely,
you know?
man, definitely. I mean,
it'd be hard to do though. I'd be honest. Man, I would
you kind of get
bad.
trolled a little bit, but it's like,
who doesn't get trolled a little bit though in life?
It's crazy because like some of these guys would get like movie roles and shit,
yeah,
just
dude.
from their like yeah, like
it's fucking cool, dude.
It'd be like and now they just make all their money on Cameo and shit. It's like, let's get fucking one of these whack packer to like say happy birthday to me or something.
Dude.
It's just like crazy Howard Stern like whack pack character.
It's cool how they find him too.
You know, like, and they do it, and they do these bits. They'd go to these people's houses to see like, oh my god,
fuck,
dude,
bro.
it was.
It's sad.
It was sad.
It is pretty
but
sad.
But like, you know, America, man.
There's people out there, and that's how they find them. They just go out and like they do this thing.
Well,
where
these people would call into the show. That's the thing. Is like they'd call in and be like, and they'd be like, wait, what's up with your situation? They're like, I don't have any legs or something. It's like, what happened to your legs? Like, I fell into a hate crime.
Yeah, some crazy shit. They started doing that on Opie and Anthony, where because they started to get a lot of celebrities of their own, but they were the same always. They always had. There was this guy Big A who just talked really weird. It wasn't a lisp. It wasn't like a tick. It sounded like he was like in pain, dude. Like he couldn't say words with S's. So they make him read news stories with all S's in it and shit. Like, it was like the best shit. But like, they just found him on the street. They were just interviewing people over shit, and they like talked to this dude. He's just like, and they were like, dude, you have to be on this show, bro. And like, he got a girlfriend though. Like they hooked him up. Oh yeah, dude. He got some confidence.
Who was this guy? I like how you were more into like Anthony Cumia or Opie and Anthony, and I was more into Howard Stern.
I liked Howard Stern before, and then I started listening to Opie and Anthony, and I think I like them so much because they have all the comedians that I like on there, like Bill Burr and Patrice O'Neal and Jim Norton, and they had a feud, and I'm not on their side. I like almost think that like I like Howard Stern still. I just listen to their podcast so much, dude, or the radio show. I think it's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. But there was this one guy, dude, I swear he's the most talented fucking speech. Like, he can do anyone impersonation.
I've heard that guy. I've listened to him on a podcast and he talks about
fucking
it.
Legend,
Arnold.
bro. And he's crazy. He like lives in the attic at his parents' house.
Yep.
He like can barely function as like a human being. But whenever you give him like a microphone, they're like, be
this person.
Hillary Clinton, she can just fucking do it.
It's
like
so
he
cool.
and it's like he's like, and the thing was that like supposedly he did enough impersonations and just like bullshit. He had this crazy imagination, and somehow he got. This was like the FBI went to his house because he got Hillary Clinton's number by just calling people and acting like he was someone else, like doing an impersonation, and he got someone's number to get someone else, and then he pretended to be like Donald Rumsfeld and like got someone. Dude, it was insane.
It's so sick though.
And then he like started prank calling Hillary Clinton, and they found out where he lived, and like the FBI like raided his house, and he's just like in the attic, he's like, and it's like the best story I've ever heard.
Dude,
of my life.
it's so epic, bro.
And you're just like, where are these like? It's like they're superheroes. Remember seeing the movie
exactly.
Invincible or Unbreakable,
Yeah.
dude? And it's like there's heroes out there. Like what? There's these
The
fucking
big brain, the fucking. Yeah, no. It's 100% the truth, man. Like
that movie's so underrated, dude.
Yeah.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie. That might be one of the Unbreakable. That is an insanely good movie, dude.
I thought Split was pretty damn good too.
It
dude.
was pretty good, but there's something about that movie, man. It's like it's.
I think it's cool that
It's
they
like,
all.
what if Superman existed, but he didn't? I remember the commercial. I was like, what if Superman existed, but he didn't know he was Superman? Like, you're just like, what the fuck? And then it's like, just this crazy comic book, like, movie.
Yeah,
but it's
dude.
not about a comic book. It's just, like, out of the
Real
mind
guy
of
and shit.
M. Night Shyamalan. Like, you're just like, what? It's probably the best movie ever made. And Glass was pretty good, too. But,
Yeah.
like, just... I like the scene when he's at the art... Or he works at, like, an art...
Gallery?
A gallery,
Okay.
you know, Samuel L. Jackson does, and he's like selling this like original line art for like Something Man issue #1, and the guy's buying it for like $10,000 or some shit, and he's like, yeah, I can't wait, my son's gonna love it. And he's like, how old's your son? He's like, 6. He's just like, I'm not selling it to you. He's like, what? He's like, I'm gonna buy it. He's like, no, like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yo.
Damn, that's hard.
He
bro.
had so much respect for like the art that he wasn't
Fuck
gonna like
yeah.
let just some rich fucking
Give it to
dummy
his son who's just gonna like crumple it up
or whatever, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or just not appreciate it as much as
That's
whatever.
badass,
I was like,
dude.
damn, dude, this shit's pretty real. And then he was the villain the whole time. Like he's like, I crashed the plane and fucking crashed the train and did all this shit to try and find someone like you because I know there's someone the opposite of me because I'm like a one in a, you know what I mean? You're just like, what is happening? This movie fucking blew my mind, dude.
That's so cool, though. That's what you want to happen, dude.
It's a good movie, dude. It was a good fucking movie. Like, it was pretty goddamn good. And it's like, I swear, no one even like talks about that movie as being a good movie.
No.
They're just like, and you're like, really? It was pretty good.
Sometimes I think it could just go right over someone's head, though.
Well,
right?
yeah, I guess so. I guess.
I don't know.
It's a good one, though.
It is fucking good.
It's a
dude.
classic. Almost as good as Airhead.
Yeah. Fucking airheads, bro. Well, what do you say, Rico? Let's
do it.
let's fucking
fuck.
go right here, bro.
What time is it? 1:32.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Jesus. We were here for a minute. Wow, okay.
Well,
This turned into a fucking marathon episode, dude.
happy Sunday, dog.
All right, man. Wow, I looked at the clock and it was 12, like 5 seconds ago.
This little dude slept the whole time.